Rooftop Sports welcomes you to a special presentation of the National Football League.
That's not what he wanted to cook.
Good evening, everyone. This is the Rooftop Sports, and I am back for some Seahawks football. I have not... The last time I did a Seahawks football game was literally... Man, when was it? It was literally right before the American League Championship Series between the Seattle Mariners and the Toronto Blue Jays, which unfortunately they lost that series. But now I will be doing the Seahawks game, and 10 minutes to go. I am going to be joined by Epic Sea Films. And also, before we even get started, hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to further support this channel. And I would like to say at the end of the year, my goal is 3,000. I'm now at 2,811. Seahawks will be in their nice blue retro throwback jerseys, while the Commanders, I believe they will be in their white jerseys. Since the Seahawks are blue, then you would think the Commanders are going to be on the white. So there's that. They say the Hyundai Sunday night kickoff. But yeah, Seahawks right now are sitting at 5-2. They're 3-0 on the road. They've actually lost. They're actually now 2-2 at home, which is kind of funny. They do better on the road than they do at home. All right, let's see the scores for today. Bears beat the Bengals 47-42. The Vikings beat the Lions. They're now at 4-4. Who was actually the quarterback? I think it was Carson Wentz. I think he still is it's JJ McCarthy. He was the guy rather than Carson Wentz. Packers actually lost to the Panthers, believe it or not. Panthers are actually at a 5-4 record. Then you got the Chargers just totally beating up on the Titans. I mean, how did their rookie quarterback do? It was Cam Ward. He was just really didn't do much. 49ers, unfortunately, beat the Giants, which is expected. So that's going to be a tough one to deal with. Steelers beat the Colts 27-20. Broncos edged out the Texans 18-15. Jacksonville narrowly beat the Raiders 30-29. The Rams, of course, beat up the Saints 34-10 as expected. And then the Bills beat the Chiefs 28-21. So the Chiefs are at a struggling start, while the Bills are kind of doing very well in the AFC. Also, there's Epic Sea Films. There he is. Good evening, Epic Sea Films. How are you doing today?
I am doing great.
Are you? And it's not because you're totally... Is it because you're totally kicking my ass in fantasy football? Is that why you're having such a good day?
No, I know I have a great life, so I feel great most of the time.
Yeah.
Well, at least I'm 2022 fantasy football champion.
You're not going to take that away from me.
So?
But I have a good team.
No, you don't.
No, it's just injuries.
You're making excuses.
Well, anyways, how do you feel about the Seahawks and the Commanders? Like, who do you think has the upper edge on this game? And don't forget, Commanders, Seahawks, I think they usually do well, but the last time the Seahawks played the Commanders in Washington, they lost on Monday Night Football. That was in 2021.
So 2021 was a different decade or different era of Seahawks. Think about it. We are in the Mike McDonald era of Seahawks now, not the Pete Carroll era of Seahawks. And what I would say is that we have a better defense now than we had in 2021. And you got to think about our team. It's younger, and with the youth of our team versus how much older, like they say the Commanders are the oldest team in the league, we have a step on them potentially.
So you're not afraid of the likes of Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels is their only young player. The rest of their team is slow. Look at you think about Bobby Wagner and all these other players, Deebo Samuels and all these players they have on the team. These are names that people have heard for years in the league.
Oh.
Yeah,
but
eventually gets to you.
You really think so?
Mm-hmm.
And Well, I guess we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Well, man. What do you think are the keys to the game between the Seahawks and the Commanders? Like, what do the Seahawks have to do to win this game? And while you do that, I'm going to look up who the inactives are for the Seahawks.
So I think it's Cooper Kupp's inactive, and I think it's Julian Love's inactive. Are the two main
Right
ones.
now, the inactives for today is going to be Jarrett Ivey, Jalen Milroe, coach decision, Derek Young for quad triceps, Mason Richmond, and Darion Kendrick, but no word on anybody else. Looks like Witherspoon's good to go. I guess Cooper Kupp is also good to go. I guess.
Yeah, because he was questionable this week. I know that, and I know the other. Yeah, so that's what I've heard. But there's a lot of stuff I think with the keys of the game. So I think the keys of the game are consistent kicking. I think our kicker needs to be consistent and make his kicks, because that has been kind of one of our question marks this year. Is can he pull through when it matters? The other one that we need to deal with is, can our defense play solid throughout the whole game, and can our offense move the ball? They say one of our things. What's ironic is that we hired Clint Kubiak to be more of a running actual, like, to run the ball more and be a running offense. Guess what? Our strength is actually our passing this year. Our passing is actually better than last year. And you thought that was going to be a downside with our team. And so it's almost the reverse happened. It's like what you don't want to have happen, Joe, actually happens.
Well, you know what I want.
And so I know what you want, but it's almost like reverse psychology. What you don't want to have happen actually never happens. So the opposite. So if you were praising for good things, maybe we wouldn't have as good as a season when we're having. And do you know who the number one receiver in football right now is? You know who won October off NFC Player of the Month? It was Jackson Smith in Jigba. JSN.
He's the man, huh?
Yes, he is the star. And you think about it, most of our passes go to Jackson Smith and Jigba. I bet you at least over 50% of our passes go to Jackson Smith and Jigba every game.
Aren't you scared of Bobby Wagner?
No.
You're not.
Why would you be scared of Bobby Wagner?
He knows the Seahawks.
But this is not the Seahawks he was working for. He's never worked for Mike McDonald. Can you really say this is the same Seahawks? Is there any player on this team? There's only a handful of players that are on this team that were on the team when Pete Carroll was still coaching.
He had 2 sacks.
But think about this. All I'm saying is, like, look at this. Like, think about the players that were on this team. They were only on this team like maybe 3 or 4 years ago. And maybe like Devin Witherspoon and some of these other guys, even Jackson Smith and Jigba. But those guys, he doesn't know them that well. He was not there long enough to actually build that strong of a relationship with them. So can he really give them that good of an advice to this team? I don't think so. So I don't think that's an advantage, having a guy that used to play for the team on the team when the team's so young and that guy's been there for so long, and most of the players that he played with don't even exist anymore. So it's very hard. I know you're putting at straws, but I'm thinking, like, if like Washington does well, one of the keys is having their quarterback back. That's going to be a big advantage for them, because Jaden Daniels is actually playing tonight, unlike Marcus Mariota, who doesn't gel as well with the offense because he hasn't had as much practice with the offense. So that's going to be a big key for Washington if they want to win this game, is how well can Jaden Daniels come back from an injury right away and play.
Well, let's see who does well in the passing the most. Jaden Daniels, he is close to the bottom 10.
Mm-hmm.
And as for the rushing as a team, the Commanders are actually a top 10 in the run game.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something to warn you right there.
But you know what's interesting about this?
What?
The last couple years, the team who was the best their rookie season, had the best quarterback their rookie season, ends up having a sophomore slump their second year.
He went all the way to the NFC Championship game from last year.
Yeah, but look at this. They might not even make the playoffs this year. And can you really blame it on him? Part of it is an injury. So how much do you blame it on him not being there, and how much do you blame it on the fact that there's an injury, yada, yada, yada? Because look at last year. CJ Stroud was bad.
He was on my team.
Yeah, so is this the same scenario? Like when Jaden Daniels plays, he's fine. He's actually doing a good job as a quarterback. he gets you good fantasy stats, but he hasn't played like a full season. And so you're banking on your backup to make it through.
Well,
So.
before we get into this game, I want to also look at our fantasy basketball and fantasy hockey. Let's see how I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm winning against McLovin. I think I'm going to win. Epic C Films, you are absolutely destroying the golden PS4s as expected, because what is something that this golden PS4s doesn't even do?
Check their lineup.
He doesn't check his lineup. And I'm completely dominating in hockey, and you're tied with the Joe Scary team, 5-5. Well,
I'm not worried. See, like I said, I'm never really worried about things. I have a sneakily good team in basketball. And then in football, oh, you don't want to hear the story yet. I bet you already know.
yeah, I do know.
Well, at least I'm 2022 fantasy football champion.
Well, there's
Yeah,
that.
But like I said, in most seasons, because think about it. There's been 8 weeks so far. So there is, and what we noticed is there's 14 weeks in the whole season. You ever played 8, so that means there's 8 weeks left. If you don't win this week, basically you would have to win 5 of the last 7 weeks or something like that. You'd have to go almost perfect, because to make the playoffs, you're gonna have to go at least 7-7. Because look at this. Okay, Joe. If you look at who's in the football league and where everybody stands right now, one team is already at 7-1. There are potentially 2 other teams this week that could go to 7-1. How do you now even tie them and have them lose all the rest of their weeks? And if you even look at their schedules, there's no way it's going to help you in any way with that, because some of them have easy schedules going through the end. So
aren't you scared of Dan Quinn, though, for the Commanders? He's a good coach.
No. If you look at Dan Quinn's record over his history, he is basically a 50-50 coach.
Uh-huh.
He's had 2 good seasons of his whole career as a coach, as a head coach.
Well, looks like we're about to start, and it looks like the Seahawks have won that toss, and they have elected to defer, as they should. I mean, are you a defer guy, or are you a elect to receive?
It depends on the game. It depends on the situation. I get why people defer and stuff like that, because then you get the ball the second half. So if anything goes wrong, you can make up for it. So I get it. But sometimes you're so aggressive. You just want to go out there and get the first score. So
And now the kick is underway, and it has started. And that kickoff was brought to you by SeatGeek, and they are bringing it out. And that is going to go maybe to the 26, and he gets brought down and pushed back. And now we've got Jaden Daniels on the offense. Luke McCaffrey looks like he's the brother of Christian McCaffrey.
Mm-hmm.
Luke McCaffrey, brothers with Christian McCaffrey. They are brothers. And now we got Jaden Daniels under center. Seahawks at 5-2. Commanders at 3-5. And now here's Daniels, and he's going to pass. He's actually going to scramble, and he does get at least 3 yards on there. Couldn't really have much room. And that's going to be second down. He was the reigning rookie of the year last year. He did miss 3 games. He has missed 3 games this season, though.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's going to be second down and 7. Here's Jaden Daniels to pass, and he's getting pressured, and he's going to go down, but he does get at least a few yards. So they do move up just a little bit.
Joe, you know who has one of the easiest schedules? RPO Take. Their last 3 games are literally against Seattle Water Bottles, Dumas, and you.
Yeah, so if I had his schedule, I would be running away with this season.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
No.
That's what you think. I'm still the 22 champion. And now we've got 13 minutes left in the quarter. 3rd and 4. Now here's Jaden Daniels to pass. Got good protection. Now he's going to scramble out. Here's the pass, and that's going to be caught by tight end Zach Ertz, and that's going to be a first down. He was matched up with Joe, but it was quite of a mismatch, especially with the tight end. Zach Ertz was a longtime Philadelphia Eagle, former Super Bowl winner. Now he's part of the Washington Commanders, and now it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Commanders. I really missed it when they were the Washington football team. And now it's going to be a fake handoff. Here's Daniels already pressured, and he looks like he might go down, and that's going to be an incomplete pass. And Epic Sea Films, are you more, what was your favorite name out of them? The Commanders, the Washington football team, or the Washington Redskins, formerly the Redskins?
My least favorite was Washington football team. I thought that was so lame.
I liked football team.
No, I get the name Commanders, because they're in Washington D.C. and that's the state.
Now we got
capital.
2nd and 10, man in motion. He's got one running back. It's going to be a quick throw to Deebo Samuel, and he does get at least a gain. That should be. Oh, we got a flag, and I wonder what this flag is about.
But I think I almost liked Redskins the best, but I grew up on it.
All right, got Bill Vinovich about to make the call. Oh, it's going to be flag on the offense. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty. So what was your favorite name? Commanders, the football team, or the Redskins?
Redskins.
You can't really say that.
I know I can't really
for
say
obvious
it,
reasons. Reasons.
But it's like,
it was part of its tradition.
Yeah.
And it'll be Tyler Biadzis. Started every game for the Commanders in the last 2 seasons. He's part of that offensive line. And actually it was a 10-yard penalty, or I think he said 15-yard penalty. And now it's a 2nd and 25. And I wonder what's going to happen on this. And now it's going to be Jaden Daniels looking to pass. He gets pressured a little bit. Here's Daniels. He's got to run his way. And he goes out of bounds to get at least maybe 2 or 3 yards. And don't forget, at the halftime show, I'll be doing my Retro Bowl. Devin Witherspoon is back.
Yep.
Reek Woolen is back.
Some people were saying
now
they
it's
might
going to be
trade
3rd and 21. Yeah, where are they going to get out of him, honestly? 3rd and 21 for the Commanders. And he's got no running back. Here's Daniels. He's getting pressured a bit. Now here's the throw, and that's going to be caught by Zach Ertz. But that's going to be a 4th down, and I think that's not going to be enough, and that's going to have to be a punt for Washington. It was a good stop by the Seahawks. They were kind of bailed out by the flag, but now the Seahawks will have the opportunity to put some points on the board. Man, I'm still in my baseball mode.
I think Rick Rulon could get us a 5th or 6th round pick, which isn't bad.
Yeah, so basically you're going to use that as a package trade to maybe move up.
Yeah.
Torrey Horton's going to be the punt returner. And now it's going to be the kick. And it's going to go all the way to Torrey Horton. And that's going to be a fair catch. And by the way, Torrey Horton is on my fantasy football team. I'm desperate because I'm on a dire need. And now I'll be on commercial break, and we'll be back after this timeout. Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza
and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snow Call Me Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza. Beautiful thing.
All I can say is I am really glad I played that commercial, because if anyone saw that commercial, you'd have been like, wow. Excuse me while I get some food while the commercial is ongoing.
Mm-hmm.
My commercial was way better than that one.
Mm-hmm. So if you think about a football team, if a football team has about a 50 to 100 plays, let's just say a football team has 50 to 100 plays a game on offense. So you're talking about, let's say 75 plays, maybe even, if you think about that as a context, like let's say 80 plays, and if you want to be balanced, like the Seahawks are trying to be balanced, there'd be 40 plays running, and that would be 40 plays basically passing. If half of those plays are going to one player, which is JSN, that's 20 passes. Okay, so you have 20 passes left. Okay, so and let's say you're trying to distribute that between a couple other players. That's 5 passes per other player on the team. If you're lucky, one of those passes is a touchdown, that gets you 5 or 6 points fantasy wise, and then you get a couple yards from the other ones, you get about 10 points right there.
And we are back from the break.
So that's what I expect from your players, about 10 points from Torrey Horton.
I would go crazy if you got 10 points. And now it's going to be 1st and 10. Going to be man in motion. And it's going to be a toss to Kenneth Walker, and he kind of breaks through to get about 6 yards. That was a pretty good run by Kenneth Walker.
Mm-hmm. Well, I need Zach Charbonnet to have a good night.
I don't. I need him to just do nothing. Now it's 2nd and 4. Sam Darnold's got no running back with him. Now here's Sam Darnold looking to pass, and he's got it. And that's going to be Torrey Horton with the reception. It's exactly what I needed. And cheers to the Seahawks getting effed. Now it's going to be 1st and 10. Ball on the 29. Man in motion is Njigba. And he actually jet sweeps it to him, and he gets some running in there. And he gets all the way there for the first down. Nice play by the Seahawks.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so who's your favorite all-time Seahawk of all time?
I would have to say Russell Wilson.
Marshawn Lynch is my guy. I think
Russell Wilson was just special,
Don't you think, after he got traded to Denver, do you think Russell Wilson was unfairly demonized?
I think so.
I thought the boos were very uncalled for.
Especially his second season.
It's going to be 1st and 10. And it's going to be a fake handoff, getting a little pressure. And that's going to be caught by Torrey Horton. Does he get it? And he does. 2nd reception. No, I'm saying that. Remember the home opener between the Seahawks and the Broncos, and Russell got. Oh, great. A 15-yard penalty. Robbie Oots, the fullback, has been charged with the penalty. Oh, because he flipped the guy over.
Yeah, Lobo.
Something you can't do. Now it's going to be 1st and 25. And that's going to be Darnold looking to pass. And now the throw, and that's going to be caught. And that's going to be Jackson Smith and Jigba. And that's going to probably basically erase the penalty to make it second down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks like Cooper Kupp's not available today.
Yep. That's why I didn't play him. I played T. Higgins and had a huge day from T. Higgins.
Abraham Lucas was at Washington State. Didn't know that. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. And now it's going to be a quick pass to Kenneth Walker. And that's going to be a flag right there. That's going to be a false start, I think. Yep, it was a false start.
Abe Lucas is actually from Everett. So he's local.
Now it's going to be Clint Kubiak. They're showing him as the offensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
So it's be that run-heavy offense. And it's going to be Zach Charbonnet. Don't you dare give him the ball, Sam Darnold. Don't even bother. 2nd and 17. Got Jackson Smith and Jigba right next to him. And now it's going to be Darnold looking to pass. Here's the pass to Jackson Smith and Jigba. And he nearly gets all the way to the first down. That's going to be about a 3rd and 3.
Mm-hmm.
Nice pass. They're showing Dan Quinn, the former Seahawks defensive coordinator, who I deeply miss.
I think they made a better choice with their coach.
I wanted Dan Quinn as a defensive coordinator, though.
Our coach is such a defensive-focused coach that he doesn't need a coordinator.
It's going to be 3rd and 3. And now it's going to be to pass. He's got some time. That's going to be caught by A.J. Barner. And the ball comes out. But Barner still has it. And that's going to be first down.
Ground can't cause a fumble.
You'd be surprised.
Do you think that was caused by the ground?
Probably.
So he caught it. He ran.
Now it's going to be 1st and 10. Now they're in Commander's territory. It's going to be a handoff to Kenneth Walker. He makes some room, and he's going to get another first down for the Seahawks. Seahawks are smoothly moving the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, they're looking at the replay. Fullback had some nice blocks. And Kenneth Walker was also smart to make some holes for himself. And now we're at 1st and 10. And that's going to be to Kenneth Walker, and he's going to get at least a few yards, and they're just rolling the ball over to him.
Jeremy Reeves, South Alabama, Fort Marshall, Trey Amos, Ole Miss. Rough first half of the season for this defense. They gave up 432.
It's going to be 2nd and 4. And it's going to be a handoff to Kenneth Walker. And he goes all the way. Not really. It's going to be now 3rd down. Oh, looks like they're going to try the quarterback sneak, and we got a lot of flags going on. Looks like Seahawks. False start. Offense on number 67. Repeat third down. That was Cross.
Man, the Washington Commander Stadium to the Baltimore Ravens Stadium, it's like 38-minute drive.
Really?
Yeah, you can literally drive in 38 minutes depending on traffic. It's 32.6 miles.
I had
Like,
no
what's that, 40 miles?
idea.
Yeah. Isn't that insane?
So it's going to be 3rd and 5.
I was like, wow.
This is going to be a very critical moment for the Seahawks. They got to get this or else they're going to be forced to kick the field goal. Now here's Darnold looking to pass. Already pressure, and that's going to be caught.
Ooh,
And that's
and it
because
keeps
Kenneth
going.
Walker's still moving. And he's still up there. And they said he's down.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a first down.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. Darnold was very smart on that play. 1st and 10. And they were able to make up the 15-yard penalty, too. And here's Darnold looking for a pass. And that's going to be, dangerous pass. And there's going to be a lot of flags out there. And I wonder if who is this going to be towards?
Oh, look, he already grabbed
Pass
his jersey.
interference on the defense.
Yeah, he's all over him. Where's the ball?
Oh, yeah.
Where's the ball?
At first we thought it was a dangerous pass, but it was really the pass interference.
Mhm.
Marshawn Lattimore is tied for the second most penalties in the NFL among defenders.
That's not a good stat to have.
No, it's a pretty bad stat.
Yeah. And Dan
Now
Cook's
it's
supposed to
gonna
be a
be-
defensive guy.
Now it's 1st and goal. They're now, 4 downs to go, obviously. Wonder why the play clock hasn't gone down yet. Now it has. Now it's 20 seconds left on the clock, on the play clock, that is. Man in motion is Horton. And now it's going to be handoff to Kenneth Walker, and he gets stopped immediately. And that is going to be 2nd down and some losses there.
Yeah, do they need to put Zach Charbonnet in? That's their
No.
touchdown expert.
No. How's it going, Matthew?
Hi. Hello.
Don't even bother. Not Zach Charbonnet. If it does, my game is over. And now it's going to be 2nd down, man in motion. And it's going to be fake handoff. And here's Darnold looking to pass. Here it is. And that's going to be caught for the touchdown. But there's going to be flags. And I wonder what this is about. I'll be really upset if it doesn't go for if it goes against the Seahawks. Yes! Touchdown. That's going to be a touchdown for the Seahawks. And the Seahawks get on the board to make it 6-0 pending PAT. That will be 7-0. And guess who has Torrey Horton on my fantasy football team? Oh, I already answered my own question.
Yeah.
Aren't you upset?
No.
Yeah,
Not
but
upset
I
at
just
all.
got 6 points out of that.
So I'm not worried.
You should be. My
I'm
team's
not
coming
worried.
back on your bum team, your overrated team. And the kick is up, and that's going to be good. Seahawks look good this year. Could easily be 6-0, but a couple of errant turnovers. You are correct. And now we'll be going on the commercial break.
We're making half pineapple, half tiki tiki with barbecue chicken. You put the garlic. Put the pineapple on the whole pizza. Remember, they want half pineapple, and the one is going to be tiki tiki. Tiki tiki with pineapple, garlic, feta, better team. Or eat your hearts. And the chicken. And we're gonna spread some barbecue on top. And it's ready. Put it on the oven. Let it run.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
Well, here I am.
Yeah, but you look at you can look at any team in our division, and you could automatically say that they could have had a perfect record. Even looking at the Rams schedule, the Rams lost both of their games by one score. We lost both of our games by one score. So either way you shake this up, there's so many teams you could say. Look at Arizona. All the games they've lost by like one score. They could, if things went a different direction, they could be perfect this season. So it's like there are so many things that you could argue the same argument that someone's trying to make earlier that Seahawks can be 6-0. Any team in our division can be 6-0. Because if you believe any one score game could go the other way, then that's pretty much every team in our division. Yeah, they went 2-0 and then lost every single game by one score, basically, the Arizona Cardinals.
Now getting ready for a kickoff. And it's going to go all the way to the end zone. He's going to take the knee. Fritz, I think I'm officially over the Mariners loss. They're not nearly as good as the two teams in the World Series. I hear what you're saying, but I'm just concerned what they're going to do, what the Mariners are going to do in the offseason. They're probably just going to unload all the key players that you're maybe thinking of. Naylor, Suarez. I think one of those arbitration players like Logan Gilbert and George Kirby, Randy Rosarena may demand a trade to hold the team hostage for a new contract. And of course, the Mariners are cheap ownership. They're not going to let that happen.
The only team I see that could be perfect, couldn't have won all their games, is San Francisco. They lost two games basically by 11 points. They lost a game to the Texans and a game to the Buccaneers by 11 each.
And now it's going to be to the running back, and he gets met immediately.
Yep.
And now it's 2nd and 8. Man in motion. And now it's going to be Jaden Daniels looking to pass. And it looks like he's going to scramble out of it. And he gets there. But it's going to be still not a first down. 3rd down and about a 3.
Yep. Did you see the wild ending to the Bills game?
Nope.
Yeah, it was like 30 seconds left or something like that. They kick a field goal. It hits the bar and bounces back. And then they end up like they're only the Kansas City's only down by 7 points. And Kansas City has time to throw a Hail Mary. They had like 22 seconds left and had time for like 4 plays or something like that. And almost won it. Almost
3rd and
tied
2.
the game. Yeah.
And now it's going to be Jaden Daniels got some protection. Now here's a throw, and that's going to be caught. That is Zach Ertz, who's been a factor for this offense. But we got a flag. And I wonder what this flag is about. It's going to be a first down. A lot of penalties for the Seahawks so far. Man in motion, and that's going to be a toss to the running back, and he gets met almost immediately. Seahawks have done an excellent job against the running game so far.
Yes, they have.
Now we're at 2nd and 6. Final minute of the quarter. Man in motion. Give me to the running back again, and this time he has running room, and he still gets stopped. Still can't go anywhere. That's going to be about a 3rd and a 3.
What was it? They were asking that question on it was like on the radio like 3 or 4 days ago. They were asking that question is what's the bigger storyline? You know, the Seahawks, the Mariners, or was it UW?
It was the Mariners, but the Seahawks are going to try to make themselves a bigger story. 3rd and 1, and
Stop them.
are they going to go anywhere? Nope, nothing is going anywhere. And this Seahawks defense has been very effective against this running game.
Do you go for it here?
I think so.
You think so?
I think they're going to go for it. As long as they're within their own territory. They're within Seahawks territory, though.
They're at like the 45 or something, I think is what it was. They're on their own.
All right, let's go. I'm looking at the comments. Whatever they did didn't work. They hit 222 versus the Jays, 281 ALCS Jays. Starters had a 7.67. Yeah. Because they were. I hate to say the word lucky. They were lucky. I mean, there's no doubt about that. A lot of luck was involved for the Mariners in that. That's all old news. Seahawks might look like a legit Super Bowl contender. Thing is, yeah, I mean, Mariners have to do something to double down on their season success. But let me tell you this. Let me ask you this, some Epic C Films. Who do you think I would get most engagement out of on my channel? The people that agree with me or the people that disagree with me?
I think the people that disagree with you.
Yeah, because don't you know, I've noticed this. Like when there's people that disagree with me, it just goes back and forth in the comments. But then when there's someone that agrees with you, you know what the kind of comments I get? It's like, oh yeah, I agree with you. Okay, have a nice day.
Mm-hmm.
But the disagreeers, whatever it is, they're in that zone where they feel like yeah, Fritz, it's true. That's why I really should have embraced these disagreeers years ago as if I already was trying. But the disagreeers are the ones that build the channel rather than the agreeers.
So one thing I've noticed, and this has been, I think, the last 3 years, I've seen this like kind of like slight resurgence in people like being more interested in baseball, especially this year, because you think about it. Even these last 3 years where people got more interested in baseball because the Mariners made the playoffs 2 of the last 3 years, the problem is that the first half of the season is basically dead. People just don't care much. It's like they might mention something about about like spring training or something like that, but then beyond that, they're like it basically goes dead for like 3 months, and then all of a sudden you might hear something about like you might hear something about like the home run derby or something like that. Then all of a sudden it goes dead for like another month and a half or so, and then all of a sudden people might start getting interested around September, beginning of September. And if we're in the hunt, people they kind of stay a little bit interested, but like especially this year, like there's people even talking about the World Series. After the fact, they want, like a lot of people in town were talking about they wanted who to win? The Dodgers, you know? And the Mariners weren't even in it, and people were still watching it. Like, I went trick-or-treating, and there's people at their home watching the baseball game, you know? You know? I'm like, how often do you see that? It's like the first year in years I've seen that.
Oh, they're going for it. And
Yeah.
Fritz, tell me, can you explain to me what circle jerk is? I never really understood what circle jerk even means. Please explain. But Commanders are going for it on 4th down. If I were the Seahawks, maybe go on all-out blitz on this one. It's going to be 4th and inches. And it's going to be fake handoff, and it's the pressure. Now here's the pass. That's going to be caught. And that's going to be 1st down for the Commanders.
Mm-hmm.
Someone says, I can show you, bruh. What are you talking about? Now we're at 1st and 10, and it's going to be to Deebo Samuel, and he gets a nice running lane, and that's going to be 2nd down and 2. That means you sit in a circle and jerk the person next to you. Okay. And now it's going to be 2nd down. Oh, okay. It's a euphemism for a bunch of people who just telling each other what they want to hear. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think if you review how we got an injury.
Yeah, look like the Seahawks guy hit the other Seahawks guy.
Oh, no.
Helmet. Hit him.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, Epic Sea Films, do you think I handled the disagreeers pretty well? I mean, I don't block them.
No, but there's a point when people can go too overboard, and there's a point where like disagreeers are fine, because some people, they just want to be mean and like cause chaos for no apparent reason, you know.
Hey, as long as anyone on YouTube, they can say whatever they want, but as long as they don't send stupid links like links of like how to make 6 figures while pooping the toilet 6 times in a row, yeah, I'm fine. Or
Yeah.
don't say stupid things like that has nothing to do with sports. Which has also happened. Now it's gonna be tossed to the running back, and he gets met immediately.
There used to be this thing where they used to call it hate. It was like a
hate speech.
It was like race bots that were hating on people that would go around in channels and stuff like that. That used to be a huge thing.
Like the Mariners front office is a circle jerk, JK. Yeah, Kelnick will be great, they all say to each other. You got perma banned for. Who banned you, Fritz? And it's not like Fritz and I agree with everything either. Seahawks run defense has been doing very well through 8 weeks. Now it's going to be 3rd and 2. Now here's Jaden Daniels to pass, and he gets pressure. Now there's going to be a flag, and he's going to get the 1st down, but there is a flag, and I wonder what this flag is about. It's got to be a holding call. Yep, it's going to be a face mask. It's like it was a 15-yard penalty. Fritz says, I know someone who perma-banned me from the other Mariners live streamer in 2024 while I think criticizing Ty France. I think I know what it is. I think it's the guy who does his live streaming like 150 times a year. What? The guy took off his helmet?
That's interesting. So you could literally be any number. You could be any number between 0 and 99 as an NFL player, but you know, you could be number 69, but I doubt anyone has had that number.
Yeah. Or 67. 67 is probably a not new popular number anymore. Now here is Daniels looking. Oh, he gets lit up. And that could be picked off. Is he in there? Oh, yes. That's an interception by the Seahawks. And now the Seahawks have the ball as they picked off Jaden Daniels. He got it right on the tippy toes. And now Seahawks have an opportunity to capitalize.
Wow. Oh, yeah. I see his
That's
feet.
a good one right there.
Look at that right there. See that? And then both feet landed in bounds.
TK. Jared Kelnick and Taylor Trammell turned out to be great in OOTP for me, but the pitcher's largely busted. And has 400 viewers constantly, even in non-Mariners games with basically no chats. Not even view botting at all. No way. Not view botting at all. No way. So you think, Fritz, you think that guy is just buying viewers? Do you think that's what it is? I mean, he's been doing that YouTube thing for 12 years. And I know I'm not the one to be buying subscribers or buying views. I won't do that.
Sometimes my pocket to severe plaque psoriasis gets in the way. Thanks to Sky Risky, I'm free to bare my skin.
Oh, look at this. Yes, many players have worn the number 69. Notable players include Pro Football Hall of Famer Dick Butkus.
Yeah, Dick Butkus was a big guy.
And he wore 69. So, just a random thing I looked up. I was like, oh, that's...
Have you checked, by the way, have you checked out my new series my new live series I've been trying out?
Nope, haven't looked at it yet.
And you're not going to bother, aren't you?
I'm not that much interested, but hey, why, you want me to look it up? I know you were live the other day about it.
Honestly, it's up to you. I don't really care.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suspect there's some of that thing going on when you look at the numbers. The thing is, though, he does get a lot of engagement. He still gets a lot of chatters and he gets a lot of donations. So maybe he's been doing it the honest way, but man, getting like 400 viewers on a show, ugh. And me, I could barely get 20.
It takes, part of it is hard. Part of it is your work ethic, and part of it is also luck. You know, it's like this guy I was watching this YouTuber the other day, and he said, even if you do something small every day, do something towards your end goal, and over time, like you look like maybe in a year or 2 years, you look at it and you say, look how much work I've actually done. Because if you do nothing every day, you're gonna have no progress towards it.
It's gonna be Man in Motion number 18, and Zach Charbonnet is gonna be the running back, which I hope they don't give it to him. And they don't give it to him. Here's Sam Darnold looking to pass, kind of pressure. Now here's the throw, and that's going to be caught by Jackson Smith and Jigba, and that's going to be a first down.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now we're at 1st and 10. Now here's to Zach Charbonnet, gets his first carry, and he gets immediately met. And I'm going to say this, it's a bad idea to use Zach Charbonnet. Please don't use him. And I'm not saying this just because I don't want to lose in fantasy football. I swear that's not the reason.
Zach Charbonnet is a good running back.
I don't want him. I don't want him to get the ball.
We like Zach Charbonnet.
But I don't want him. I don't want him to succeed. I want him to fail. And it's not because I have selfish reasons, I swear. And it's going to be 2nd and 10. And Sam Darnold here. Here's the quick pass. That's going to be caught by Njigba. And he fights his way through. He goes down. It's going to be about a 3rd and 5.
Oh, no. Did you see that? Where's the flag?
Yeah, there's a flag. Looks like there were some exchanges going on. Everyone is separated, though.
I don't see no flag.
No flag. And now it's going to be 3rd and 3. And it's going to be to Zach Charbonnet. He gets it for the first down and then some more.
Yeah. Charbonnet.
Boo. Actually, I have a better idea. Here's another one.
Share the running time between Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker. And it also depends on who's the hot hand that night.
They do go with the hot hand approach.
Yeah. Because they're both good. That's why you see these running backs are only getting like 10 points a week or something like that because they're splitting the run. Man, that was a heavy hit. His helmet went to the guy's shoulder.
He did. And now we're going to go in commercial break, and I will be right back.
Yeah.
I'm going to play some kind of commercial.
Okay.
Oh, I'll give you guys some fantasy football advice. I'll be playing it just about now.
Watch highlights of players that you would like to add. That way you can see if he could be a long-term solution for you.
Looks like he has potential. He could be my long-term starter.
Read up updates on football players regarding injuries or any various stories. Look up the matchups on each player of your team. That way you can see how he will perform for the upcoming game. Do not tell anyone who you are picking up in free agency.
Dude, I think I'm going to add Kirk Cousins. I heard RG3 looks really bad.
Kirk Cousins has been acquired by Team The Empire.
How was that advice?
Good. Yeah. They're saying the 49ers are finding ways to win, even though they don't have Brock Purdy. Basically, they've been really injured, but they have had an easy schedule this year. And you know what might be your downfall? Why you might lose this week, Joe? You didn't play Josh Allen. You played Dak Prescott. If think about this,
28.7 points.
Yeah, if Dak Prescott doesn't get you 29 points, and if they only get you like 19 points, it was basically a bad move.
I went with the
matchup. If you lose by like less than 9 points, you're going to be hurting yourself for not playing that one player.
By the way, Fritz, the guy that you don't necessarily like, he has now 46 viewers right now for the game. Now it's going to be, now they're getting close to that red zone. Man in motion. And that's going to be Zach Charbonnet with the handoff, and he is actually getting some yards. And that's going to be about a 2nd and 3.
Yeah, I like that.
This year's NFC West might be tighter than this is the best. Yeah, this is the best I felt about the Seahawks since 2016. I can see that. 2017, yeah, that was a rough season. They went 9-7, missing the playoffs. 2nd and 4, Zach Charbonnet on the backfield. And now it's going to be to Zach Charbonnet. Already a few yards lost. I don't know how this is. Nope, this is not going to work. And that's going to be a huge loss of yards. Now it's going to be 3rd down. 3rd and 8. Now here's Sam Darnold. Going to be a 3rd and 8. They have to get this one. Now here's Sam Darnold looking to pass. Now here is going to be the big pass, and that is going to be caught for the touchdown. That is Torrey Horton, my fantasy guy. And now the Seahawks have now taken a 13-0 lead, pending the PAT. That will be 14-0. Huge pass by Sam Darnold, and the Seahawks have just doubled their lead.
Yeah, because the Seahawks were that good.
And guess who has Torrey Horton?
So
you're not intimidated by this one bit?
Nope, because the game's still early. The game is really early.
That was a beautiful throw by Sam Darnold. I cannot lie. Jason Myers for the field goal. And now here's the kick. And it's up. And it is right through the uprights. And it is good.
Flag.
Uh-oh, there's a flag. I wonder what it is. Oh, it's going to be on the defense.
Oh, does that mean we're going to go for 2-point conversion now?
I don't know. It was running into the kicker. They're going to keep the point. See why some nights, weird, why some nights 346, some nights 46, but what do I know? I mean, Seahawks have more competition. There's a lot more YouTube content creators that do their live play-by-play, like NorbCam does it, myself, Northwest Sports Fanatics. So there's more prominent Seahawks content creators that do that. And then as for the Mariners, I mean, who are really the only ones that do it consistently? It's just me and Northwest Sports Fanatics.
So here's the thing. Look at the branding and look at the popularity of Seattle brands. You could almost make an argument that the Sonics haven't been around for 20 years, but are the Sonics as popular as the Mariners? And if you believe that statement, that the Sonics are as popular as the Mariners, that means the Mariners have no pull much in this city, meaning that most people don't really care.
So you think the Mariners are a very underserved thing?
No, I didn't say they were underserved. What I said was the Mariners, people just like, it's like the season's so long and most people don't even care about the season until the very end anyway. So like all those other games are kind of a wash. The reason why football does so much better in a lot of sports things that each game matters so much more. So you have a 17-game season, one game you messed up, the impact is so much stronger. In baseball, you could skip the first like half the season and then pick up halfway through the season and it's like that would not hurt you as a baseball fan streaming. So it's a totally different game. And look at the Mariners. How well known are the Mariners in like Asia, Europe?
They used to be well known in Japan.
But if you go internationally, they're not that well known. And so that's kind of a thing where it's like the Seahawks have a more international pool. I was even watching a video about them asking UK sports fans about the football teams. And there was a guy that said, he had a Seahawks jersey on. He said, I like the colors. That's why he chose that team. He chose that jersey because he liked the colors. It's like, and so we have a bigger pool over there. So that's just going to be how this city is, you know? Yes. Like you're saying here, you know, if the Sonics come back, they'll automatically be more popular than the Mariners.
The Mariners. Oh, the ball is out. The ball is out, and now the Seahawks get the ball back. Oh, my goodness.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Fumble. Yeah.
That was the fumble.
Yeah. And so what's interesting about that is that right now, I think the Mariners are more popular than the Sonics, but if the Sonics come back, they will overtake it.
Within
another
a snap.
interesting, you know, what's
even
really
if the Mariners win a World Series.
Yeah. And you know what's really interesting? Our hockey team, the Kraken, are more popular than the Mariners. And our hockey team's only been around for like 5 years.
A huge fumble.
But
TK47 says he doesn't think that is true, but I wouldn't bet to hold on it once the Sonics are back and they perform competently. Yeah, don't forget we had Ichiro. Mariners could have been today's Dodgers if they knew what they're doing. Yeah, maybe if Kevin Mather, the former Mariners president, didn't say that he was tired of paying for Iwakuma's interpreter. Don't you think that had a little bit to do with the fact why the Seahawks couldn't get Shohei Ohtani, unlike the Angels did? And now it's going to be 14-0, or it's going to be first down and 10. And now here's Sam Darnold looking for a pass. Here's another pass, and that is going to be caught, and that's going to be a touchdown. Seahawks again. This is Arroyo with the touchdown. Pending the PAT, that will be a 21-0 game. This has just been an absolute running riot for the Seahawks.
Yeah. And what did you tell me before the game?
Drop my pen, by the way.
You know what you told me before the game?
My pen's gone.
It's there somewhere. And you didn't believe that the Seahawks were going to win. But you're saying you just thought the Seahawks were going to win this game. I told you the Seahawks were going to win this game. They're that good on the road.
It's still only the first half.
Yeah, but being up by 3 touchdowns is kind of a nice buffer.
Fritz, I don't know about that. They had quite a bit of heart attack games, if you remembered from those days. Like 2012 had a lot of heart attack games, and the kick is up by Jason Myers, and it is good. So within just a few minutes, the Seahawks now have a 21-0 lead.
Yeah. If I had to rank the teams in Seattle by popularity, Seahawks by far number 1. And then in second place, I could argue in second place, the Kraken. I think third might be the Sounders, and fourth is the Mariners. Would you agree with that?
Might.
You know?
Hold on. Let me look for I got to find my pen.
Yeah.
That I dropped.
Yeah, but anybody in the chat, what do you think? Do you think do you agree with my ranking of the Seahawks number 1, Kraken number 2, Sounders third, and fourth is Mariners in popularity in Seattle sports? Then maybe you go down to like fifth would be like the WNBA, would be like the Storm, and that's kind of where I am. The Kraken and the Sounders are hugely popular. I know tons of people who watch the Kraken all the time.
And now it's going to be kickoff by Jason Myers.
Yeah.
And that's going to go all the way to the end zone. That's going to be touchback.
I think percentage-wise, the Kraken games have a higher percentage of attendance than the Mariners games.
Hey, Fritz, got a question for you. How much popularity do you think the Seattle Storm have compared to the other teams? Do you think they're more popular? Kraken's stupid name. I actually agree with that. I didn't think it was that good of a name. I don't.
I like it.
Everyone thought it should have been Seattle Metropolitans, but I heard that name's already been owned.
Yeah.
Sounder fans are the ones who are in super deep in the Seattle sauce, born like and raised. They live and breathe the Pacific Northwest. Got some disagreeers. And now it's going to be Jaden Daniels. It's going to be a pass. And that's going to be...
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was right off of the hands. And that's going to be 2nd and 10.
Mm-hmm. It's funny. I didn't really see a lot of Mariners fans come out of the woodwork until the last 3 years. And that was like I started seeing a few people come out of the woodwork and start talking about them when they right after they had their first playoff appearance 3 years ago.
Now it's going to be 2nd and 10. And it's going to be handoff to the running back. And he does get a few yards, but only about 5. And Fritz, Seattle Storm. The Storm are still below the Mariners then. Also, I just put the Kraken Mariners tied. Sounders are below, but all close. Fritz, where do you think the Storm are in the rankings? And I want him to answer it. Now we got 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5. And now here is Jaden Daniels. And now here's a pass, and that's going to be caught.
Ooh.
And not going to be a first down. That was Zach Ertz making the catch. The WNBA, people just love Caitlin Clark and that other chick. I mean, no disrespect. Are you watching them? Believe it or not, I actually do go to a couple Storm games a year. Yeah, I watched the Angel Reese game. Yeah, it's like Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark are the most popular players. And Angel Reese isn't really that. She's a role player at best. She is not a star player.
Yeah.
She's a good role player. But she should not be your number 1 option. And now we got 4th and 1. They're going for it because they're like, what the heck? And now it's going to be Jaden Daniels, and he's going to get the run. And there's going to be a false start, and they're going to have to punt the ball.
Yeah. Which almost worse for us. Mm-hmm.
IMO, the Storm have more pull here than the average WNBA team simply because the Sonics are gone. Still below the others mentioned, though. I mean, don't want to disrespect. I don't watch him or know anyone who does. Well, Fritz, you just met him. I was actually, believe it or not, I was a former season ticket holder for the Seattle Storm from 2016 to 2019 until some crazy council member said, hey, why do you care about the Sonics? You have the Seattle Storm. As soon as she said that, I canceled my season tickets and felt disrespected.
I actually went to 3 Storm game this year. 3.
You went to 3, and that's going to be the punt.
Mm-hmm.
And that was actually a pretty good one.
Yeah.
And it bounces, and they're just going to let it go. And that's going to be all the way to like the 13.
Yeah. So, but it's interesting. And then if you look at it like saying, hey, we know most people would say that in America, the biggest sport is football. And in football right now, who's the biggest team in football? Potentially, I would say the Chiefs have the most. They're the number one team that everybody talks about. It used to be the New England Patriots, but that has changed. So you think about where it's at and stuff like that, and where the legacies are and who's the popularity and who drives the sports and stuff like that. There are certain cities, and there's always outlier cities to that thing. But like another team, even though they're not like always great, people always are talking about the Dallas Cowboys. Like they used to be called America's team. And so it's like you see where the money's at and what's on TV certain days and stuff like that, and because of history and stuff like that. Like what? Dallas plays Thanksgiving, Lakers play Christmas.
Fritz,
a huge market.
I'm not judging you one bit. Like I said, you can say whatever the heck you want. Just don't send me 6 links in a row. Mm-hmm. What's the link I don't want, Epic C Films? What is that link?
You don't want free followers.
No.
Oh.
I don't want someone sending me a link of how to make 6 figures while pooping in the toilet.
Oh, that one. Okay, yeah. Now I remember that one.
I think that's fair. I mean, I'll put them on a timeout at worst case scenario.
Yeah.
It takes a lot for me to block someone.
Okay. Yeah, it's interesting, but with sports and popularity. So that's why I like that there's always this push and pull. Is if you back a really popular sports team, there's a lot more competition in that game to be like to do content for that sports person or for that sports entity. But if you choose something that's very unpopular, no one's going to watch it. So where is that sweet spot? You never know where the sweet spot is, because you can do well with a lot of competition, but then it's like if you're too nichey, you're never going to make it sometimes, because if there's only like 10 people watching that thing,
Seattle Supersonics used to have huge branding back then.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold has had quite an NFL career. He's been having a roller coaster career.
Yeah.
And by the way, believe it or not, the biggest WNBA fans are, guess which fans, Epic C Films?
NBA fans.
It's actually NBA fans. It's the ones that are like the super diehard basketball fans that just cannot move on to another sport.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Fritz, you're a Portland guy, aren't you? And it's going to be 21-0. 1st and 10 on the 13. Own 13. AJ Barner was the motion. And it's going to be fake handoff. And now here's Darnold. Looks like he's going to pass to Kenneth Walker. And he's going to have to get some yards. And he gets about 4 or 5.
Yep, that still works.
Yeah, Fritz, the Jailblazers. Do you remember the players on the Jailblazers? I'll name one. Scottie Pippen. Fritz, you say Jailblazer names, and I'll say them back. So I started with Scottie Pippen. Well, the NBA does subsidize the WNBA.
Yeah.
So they're pretty much its own thing. It's basically their tax write-off. And now it's going to be 2nd and 5. Man in motion. And it's going to be to Kenneth Walker, and he is going to be met immediately, and that's going to be about a loss of 2 yards. Yeah, the Jailblazers were quite a time back then. Rasheed Wallace, Quintel Woods, Bonzi Wells, Damon Stoudemire, the Weed Man. Man, I think Dale Davis was on that team for a bit. Steve Kerr was even on the Jailblazers too. Now it's going to be 3rd and 5. Oh, he nearly ran out of time here. Sam Darnold, he might be in trouble. Now here's the pass, and that's going to be caught by Jackson Smith and Jigba still on his feet. And now they're at the 40.
Yep.
Chauncey Billups was on the Blaze. Oh, right. Chauncey. He got fired because of his gambling scandal. Oh, those jailbait. Arvydas Sabonis. He was quite a guy. Now it's going to be 1st and 10. Kenneth Walker on the backfield, and he's going to be a fake handoff. And now here is a big pass. That's going to be caught by number 32. He's still going and still going to 20, the 10. That's going to be a touchdown. That was to White. And now the Seahawks have just opened this up even further to make it 27-0. Pending the PAT, that will be 28-0. Again, the Seahawks are on a running riot.
Is it time to put backups in now?
No, just keep it going.
I'm just saying.
Another tight end who made that play.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Zach Randolph. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, they may not have an entertaining game, but you never know. Second half is also a thing, too, to be aware of.
Yeah, but most games I think about this is that a team can come back from 14 points. That's nothing nowadays.
Whoever have Sam Darnold on the fantasy team, and if you started him, congratulations.
Oh, I have Sam Darnold as my backup.
You didn't start him, didn't you?
No, I started Patrick Mahomes. That's not funny.
That might be. It is funny.
Nope.
I'm playing you.
That's not funny, Joe.
It is funny.
Nope.
Yep, Seahawks are crazy, but they still got another whole half to go after this.
So going back to this question in the chat saying, what were the Vikings doing? Think about this. If you were paying a quarterback $10 million a year, would you want to pay now that same quarterback $40 million a year when you have a rookie who you're paying $9 million?
Except JJ McCarthy wasn't that highly touted as a quarterback, though.
But I'm just saying, is would you take a guy who's making 10, move him to paying him 40? And then let's say he wants more than a 1-year deal. Well, you have this rookie quarterback, and let's say they've already set out a year. You only have 3 more years in that rookie deal to get him for cheap. What do you do with them? Do you now pay that guy for 2 more years and then have that other guy sit? Or you pay him for 3 years? What do you do with the guy? And then you're saying, hey, well, do you think this guy's still going to play good, even though we saw 2 bad games at the end of the season? That's the problem. Which JJ McCarthy actually won today. Minnesota beat Detroit today. So, and it's like, we've only seen 3 games from JJ McCarthy. So it's like, you don't know if it was a good move or a bad move yet in the season because he was injured for so long. And so at the end of the day, the Seahawks almost did a good move for themselves because they drafted a rookie quarterback. But the thing with their rookie quarterback is that they paid Sam Darnold. Technically, they have him under contract for up to 3 years. So they don't have to pay him much more each year, because they didn't just sign him to a 1-year deal. If they only signed him to a 1-year deal, they would have almost screwed themselves because of how good he's playing. They would have to pay him a lot more. Because now you're saying, hey, you take a $37 million a year quarterback, and now you have to pay him, what, like $50?
And that's going to be kickoff, and now they're going to bring it out. It's now 28-0, and that's going to go to the 30.
Yeah. So it's all because of money reasons. You know, they're trying to save money and see if they could do it with a cheaper quarterback because they believe they could put any quarterback in there and their team could be good. Yeah. If Minnesota makes playoffs this year, then it wasn't a bad move.
if they make it, but they're not off to a good start. I can tell you that.
They're actually have, I think, a winning record now. I think they're like 5-4 or something like that.
Now it's 1st and 10 for the Commanders at the 31, their own 31. And here's Daniels looking to pass guy, and he's getting pressured. Now he's going to have to run this thing, and he goes down, and that's going to be about 7 yards of gain.
The Vikings are 4-4.
Believe it or not, in the NBA, Chicago Bulls are now 5-0. Oklahoma 7-0. Spurs 5-0.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're at 28-0, 2nd and 2. Now it's going to be handoff to the running back, and he spun his way out to get the first down.
Mm-hmm. So like I said,
now it's 1st and 10.
Mm-hmm. So the Vikings are 4-4, and they're in 10th place right now for the playoffs race. So they're just outside.
And now it's going to be handoff to running back, and he gets it, a big one, and now looks like the Commanders are on the coming back end. Sort of. Well, they just moved 10 yards, if not more.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be 1st and 10. Now here is the pass. That's going to be caught by Deebo Samuel. I think that might just be short.
Yeah, I think it's just short. I think one team, their experiment's over now, is Arizona. The Kyle Murray experiment is over.
Oh, you think it's over?
After 7 years, you can't hold on to it any longer.
It's 28-0, and now it's going to be, and that's going to be a first down. Your antenna cut out. That's right. I'm watching this game using a rabbit ear antenna, and you're using my YouTube channel as a way to follow the Seahawks game. And that's going to be, I think that's going to be a 2-minute warning.
Yeah. So here's a good question. How many years do you need with a quarterback to know if they're going to be your quarterback of the future? Like how many years?
Heck, if I would know.
Because look at this. You have teams drop a quarterback in 3 seasons, even before their rookie contract sometimes, or just when their rookie contract ends in 4 seasons. But then it's like you have some teams that keep them past that, and they even have them to a second contract. So it's, is 3 years a good enough amount of time? Should it be 5 years?
I would know.
Because now you're seeing like this year and the 3rd year, you start seeing like Bryce Young play better. For the first 2 years, Bryce Young, like first almost a year and a half, he looked not great. Yeah. Like, should Arizona know now not to trust Kyle Murray? Like, is 6 to 7 years too long?
He listens to streamers for announcers. 3 years, 3 or 4 seasons, 6 or 7. They're terrible.
Yeah. But then you have like someone like, what's the guy? I think he might be past his rookie contract. Yeah, he's on his second contract now, is Trevor Lawrence. How many more seasons do you give Trevor Lawrence before you know the experiment's over?
Hey, did the Huskies win?
They didn't play this week.
They have a bye week?
Yeah.
Who are they playing next week?
Next week they play someone. I think they play Purdue next week.
Yeah, they're dead.
No, Purdue's not good.
Well, they're playing Big Ten division, so it's not going to be easy for them.
They've been doing good.
Blah, 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 blah.
Let's see, UW. Who do they have left here? Standing. Let's see who they have left. Their schedule is not that hard left. They literally play. They play Wisconsin next week. Then they play Purdue. Then they play UCLA. And then they play Oregon. So they have 4 games left.
And now we're back from the break. No challenges allowed in the last 2 minutes.
Nah.
1st and 10. The Commanders are moving it just a little bit. Of course, they're always going to blame the supporting cast, especially when you're the Jaguars. Unless you're Blake Bortles, you were blamed for everything. Same with Blaine Gabbert. Now it's 1st and 10.
UW's ranked now in the AP poll, top 25. They're number 24.
Oh, that's such a BS. And now here's Jaden Daniels with a pass. And that's going to be caught. And where is the defense for the Seahawks? Defense is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks like they did take a smoke break based on this. I don't like this. I don't care if it's 28-0. You still got to play this like it's like your life depends on it. 6 seconds left on the clock, the play clock, and now it's going to be handoff to running back who's actually getting yards. He gets about 6 yards on that. They will be back when the Commanders get 28 on them. Oh, man. And remember, at halftime, guess what I'm going to be doing at the halftime, Epic C Films?
Retro Bowl.
Have you downloaded it yet?
No, I'm not.
Aren't you going to at least try it out?
I've not tried it out yet.
Man, you're killing me.
Who's this guy they're talking about?
Bob Trumpy.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to look up some Husky games. Maybe I'll go with you. Against Michigan State. Not that I support them. I just want to watch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just want to watch football. It's going to be 28-0. There's 4 events left. No, it's not over. Not even close. The Purdue game is like $14. We can go to a $14 game. The Ducks game is obviously and understandably $110.
No, I was looking at 50-yard line seats for the UW game, and they were like on one of those sites, and they were like $700. Someone wanted for them. A ticket.
Now it's 2nd and 5, and now it's going to be, here's Jaden Daniels trying to scramble his way. Now here's the pass, and that's going to be incomplete. And they haven't even announced the time yet of the Purdue game, have they?
No, not yet. They usually don't announce until like 2 weeks out or something.
Oh, wait, I can't go to the 15th because I can't go to that game because we're going to the Thunderbirds game.
Oh,
I forgot about
that's
that.
the 8th.
Wait, hold on. No, the Purdue game is the 15th.
Yeah, but we're going to the
Oh,
game
okay. I will think about it. I will think about it. Now it's going to be 3rd and 5.
Mm-hmm.
And now here's Jaden Daniels looking to pass. And now he's scrambling. He's going to run. And he might get it all the way. And nope. He did scramble, but now it's going to be a 1st down. Yeah, they're getting soft on Daniels. It is true. So that game, I'll think about it. Is that fair to say?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it has to be evening game.
Yeah.
If it's afternoon, I can't do it.
Yeah, most likely it'll be evening and whatever. Yeah, and what day is that? That is, let's see. That is Yeah.
And now here's Jaden Daniels, and he easily walks in for the touchdown. Yep, very soft. And the Washington Commanders get on the board to make it pretty much a 28-7 game. And Seahawks are going to have to, I would say they should score just to run up the score because this game is far from over. RD, woo! I am not going to show what you're saying. I'm just going to leave it there. I think I should not click on that. But you are entitled to that opinion of yours. It is yours, my friend. And now here's going to be the kick. And that will get in there. And that's going to be 28-7. Hopefully the Seahawks defense will buckle down right after that. Jaden Daniels literally walked in. Was hardly ever touched.
The cheapest I found for that UW Purdue game right now is cheapest to get into the stadium is like $18 just to get in.
Yeah.
So there is cheap tickets just to go to that. There, I even see a section for $15 tickets. So I think the cheapest is 15. There's 18. There's like $29 tickets. Yeah, the most expensive tickets are $150.
Yeah, I will think about it.
Yeah,
I'll think about it. There's also the Seattle Kraken, but those tickets are just insanely expensive.
Let me see if I can find something here on the Kraken.
We got to post 35 on these Wood X. What? This guy is so funny. This is absolutely ridiculous. My antenna picks up high school football, but not NBC right now. Just stopped. Well, Fritz, that's what you have me for. I'm now your voice for the Seahawks. I want to look at the standings for the Seahawks right now.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like the cheapest tickets. Let's see the cheapest ones I see for like just a random game. Let's see. They're like $60 tickets are like the cheapest I can find.
If Seahawks win today, they'll be tied for the top of the NFC.
Yeah, they'll be number one. Ahead of Rams. Because right now they have the tiebreaker over the Rams.
Do we have the tiebreaker over the Rams?
Even though we haven't
I
played
think it's
each other.
by division, right?
Because we haven't played each other?
Yeah, I think it's divisional. I think it's by division.
Yeah.
And every good stream site stopped working. Well, I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to say. Well, whatever.
These tickets are still cheaper than like the Kraken tickets are still cheaper than Seahawks tickets.
What was the cheapest Kraken ticket you saw?
I just clicked on a random game for this is like next Wednesday. The cheapest ticket I could find is $53.
Yeah, that's steep.
Yeah.
And now they're going to bring the ball out to the 20. Oh, he gets stuffed, and that's going to be the 25. That was Halani with the return. Yeah, Fubo's terrible. Sam Darnold is perfect. 13 of 13, 229 passing yards, and 4 touchdowns.
I've never used Fubo, but did you hear about what happened with YouTube TV?
What?
They lost. They didn't renew their contract with ESPN. They're in a fight.
Oh my gosh!
So they don't have ESPN anymore.
And maybe 1st and 10.
Yeah,
and now it's going to be Sam Darnold to pass. That's going to be the pass. That's going to be caught by Jackson Smith and Jigba, and he gets tripped, and that is going to be at the 45, and they're going to do the hurry-up offense. 14 of 14.
Fubo just got 70% of Fubo just got bought by Disney.
And now it's going to be Sam Darnold to pass. Now here's going to be caught. That's AJ Barner. And that's going to be not a first down, but the clock is still running. I would probably call a timeout if I were you, and they do call a timeout.
Mhm.
And by the way, guess which player I picked up after the 98 season for the Sonics? Guess which player I picked up in free agency? Take
After
a wild
98.
guess. After 98. He became a free agent.
Who became a what? Vin? No, we already had Vin Baker, didn't we, at the time?
I traded him.
Oh, so who did you pick up in '98? Grant Hill?
No, he was with the Pistons.
Oh, okay.
He's a free agent. Now it's gonna be 2nd and 3.
Rasheed Wallace?
No, he's on the Blazers. Hold on. 2nd and 3. I think that you're probably going to take a couple shots towards the end zone or make some big passes to get into field goal range.
Yeah.
And now here's Sam Darnold to pass, and he's going for a pretty big pass. Now here it is. That's a Jackson Smith and Jigba, and he goes out of bounds, and they go out of bounds, which means the clock has been stopped. Do you want a hint or you want to keep trying?
I'm still thinking here.
He became a free agent after 98.
Charles Barkley?
Jackson Smith, my ninja. No. Barkley was still under contract with the Houston Rockets.
Okay. Shaquille O'Neal?
No, he was with the Lakers.
In '98? Okay, so it was a little bit earlier Shaq moved over?
Keep thinking.
Patrick Ewing?
No, he was with the Knicks. No, I picked him as a free agent.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, keep going.
What?
Now they're reviewing the call, by the way. No, he retired.
Oh, 98? It wasn't Kobe, no. I'm thinking Steve Nash?
No. And they are reviewing the call, by the way. I would like to think it's a first down. No, yeah, that's 2 and that's 2 feet in.
And
I think they're
slid.
trying to do... Huh?
Yeah, then he slid. Yeah, it's 2 feet in.
Yeah. All right, which player? Now, do you want a hint? Let me know if you want a hint.
Trying to think. Something about players in the 90s, players of that time that were playing. No, because no, not Yao Ming. Tracy McGrady?
No, he was drafted by the Raptors.
Okay. So it wouldn't be Vince Carter because he would have just been starting.
With the Raptors, yes.
Yeah, so it wouldn't have been him. Allen Iverson? No, because he would have just been starting. Potentially.
Oh, clock's going to be running. Seahawks are going to call the timeout. They called it inbounds tackle.
Wow. That's what they're looking for? If it was inbounds or out of bounds?
Oh, clock is now 3 seconds. I think they're just going to do the field goal.
Yeah.
And they do take the timeout. I think they're just going to go for the field goal. Yeah, they're going for the field goal because Sam Darnold's now on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so do you have any other ideas, or do you need that first hint?
I'm still thinking here. Let's see, NBA '98. Trying to think who was available and who was good at that time. Was it Rasheed Wallace? No, that
No. Do you really need a hint?
Yes.
He won a championship in '98.
Won a championship in '98? Hakeem Olajuwon?
No? Who do you think won the championship in 1998?
Scottie Pippen?
No, I didn't pick up Scottie Pippen. He was, he got traded to Houston. Now here's going to be the kick, and it goes up, and it goes right through the uprights, and that's going to be good, ending the first half to make it 31-7 Seahawks.
Yeah.
And now we're going to go into the halftime show. All right, let's get into it. All right, keep guessing. I gave you the hint.
David Robinson?
No, he was under contract with the Spurs.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think, when was the Spurs first championship? Was that wouldn't have been 98? I think that was more like 2000. The Spurs won the first championship.
Oh, look at this. Private footage of rookie Ethan Corbin with an unidentified woman dressed as a Jacksonville cheerleader has appeared on social media. Yeah, I'm going to get you in trouble for that. And now they're going to be playing against the San Francisco 49ers.
Well, they didn't say he already had a girlfriend or anything like that.
So you don't think that was necessary to find him?
Like, you're just if you're single, you party with people. I don't think there's any big deal. It's when you actually have a girlfriend or you're actually married. That's when people get upset. Should get upset. You know what I mean?
So do you need another hint? I said he was a recent champion of 98.
Recent champion of 98. I need another hint.
He played for the Bulls.
Rodman?
Yes, I added Dennis Rodman as my free agent pickup.
He
was actually on the free agent market because he had just gotten released by the Bulls. So I picked him up to be my rebounder and the guy to get butts in the seats.
Hmm.
Oh, I think I got to remove that screen. Not the screen, the big banner thing. That's better. Oh, what a beast mode run, huh? Oh, I threw an interception at the end zone for the 2-point conversion. That's not good. And they scored a touchdown. Oh, he got around. Did you see that? He got around the tackle. Oh, but that was a nice 47-yard reception. Oh, look at that. And a touchdown. This is my 40-year-old quarterback making plays. Oh, that was a score right there. Now he's going to bring it out. Oh. I think he might be able to get it all the way. You think he'll make it? You think he'll make it? Or is he cutting it close? He's got it for the touchdown. And a 2-point conversion is complete. Oh, incomplete.
That was a funny joke. They said it was Drake May. They said may be great. You like that joke?
Did you
Maybe.
Did you come up with that joke?
No, it was on the TV on the commercial. And it was like may be great
Oh my gosh.
for Drake May. I thought it was kind of funny. He's been one of the best fantasy quarterbacks this year, Drake May.
Oh, that good, huh?
Yeah, he's been like top 5.
Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was going to go right through him.
Is this really the 10th time they played against each other?
Who are you talking about?
Allen and Mahomes today.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no! I just threw an interception! Oh, no!
No.
And they scored! I think I should... What do you think I should do? Should I just try to score and get it over with or try to burn some clock?
Just score.
I think I'm going to burn clock.
No, just try to score as soon as possible. You don't need a burn clock.
Yeah, I do. I don't want to give him the ball.
Just go for it. Go. Get the touchdown.
Oh, man, he threw a pick. That was a bad throw by Mahomes.
Mahomes did not have a good day.
Are you still happy you added him to fantasy football? I think Josh Allen was the better guy.
No.
30 seconds left. See, look, I'm just burning clock. I don't want to give the 49ers the ball. Uh-oh. I should probably call a timeout. Oh, touchdown. How about that? Are you impressed?
No.
You're not impressed? Oh, 2-point conversion. And the game is over. Congratulations to myself. Oh, no. I just lost my defensive back for 3 games. Don't you feel bad for me?
No, it's not real.
It is real. It's real in my world. I got McKee, my 40-year-old quarterback, with 4 touchdowns. Spence with 124 yards rushing. My receivers did pretty well. There we go. Uh-oh. Dio was stopped by the police and given a ticket for speeding last night. Pretty bad, huh?
Speeding?
Yeah.
That's not the worst thing.
Yeah, but if I ignore the fine, the team morale goes down. So I have to discipline him. Not smart. And he was my backup running back, too. All right, so that is it for this. I'm going to close this one. Wait, Joe Flacco just threw 480 yards?
Yeah, and lost.
Poor guy. Can't believe the Browns got rid of him.
Because they thought that it'd be better to go with Dylan Gabriel.
Guess so.
You know, Shadur Sanders is injured right now.
Oh, he is?
Mm-hmm.
What, did he play?
No, unless they think Dylan Gabriel's playing bad.
Let's see, how bad are the Cleveland Browns right now?
Not the worst team in the league.
2-6. Well, I hope they tank for the number 1 pick at this point. You know I'm a Browns fan, right?
No, I thought you gave up on them.
Well, yeah, just because I got Deshaun Watson, but then I'll be back. I want to see who's in the mock for the Cleveland Browns. Who would they be in position to get?
Well, they don't need a quarterback, so
yeah, they do. They absolutely.
don't need one.
Shador Sanders is not good.
So they drafted 2 quarterbacks. They're going with Dylan Gabriel. They're not drafting a quarterback.
Dylan Gabriel's garbage too.
No, but think about this. If you look at what they did last season, they're not drafting another quarterback this year. It'd be a really bad move if they drafted a quarterback in the next draft.
Ty Simpson
it would make no sense.
Of Alabama is the number 1 overall pick.
It'd be one of the worst moves for Cleveland right now to draft a quarterback. Because they don't know how good their 2 quarterbacks they have now are. So there's no point for them to draft one. Yeah. Oh, we get the ball to start the second half. Woo-hoo!
Yeah, we do. Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah, so that's going to be good. And I hope I can get some more running yards because they're going to try to slow down the game now. Mm-hmm. So we need more Charbonnet. So, what do you think about retiring player numbers? Like how often and how much do you need to have done for the team to get your number retired? So some teams will have like a bunch of numbers retired, and some teams only have like a couple of numbers retired.
Wouldn't know.
I think the Seahawks only have like 3 or 4 numbers retired. I think it might be 4. I think. The Seahawks have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers retired, only ever in history. Obviously, they have number 12 retired. They have number 45, Kenny Easley, number 71, Walter Jones, number 80, Steve Largent, and number 96, Cortez Kennedy.
Well, they're due to retire Russell Wilson and Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah, but I'm saying like they only have 5 numbers ever in history, and that's in 50 years. So it's like that's like a player every 10 years. That's a number every 10 years.
Maybe your home project is possible, and maybe those unexpected bills are more manageable than you think. Maybe investing in your business is
still at halftime so far.
Yeah,
and actually, hold on.
The Rams have 8 retired players. They have 8 retired numbers.
Hold on, to the bathroom I go because I really got to go. Okay. Go enough. Yeah. Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza. Beautiful thing.
This one's really interesting. The NFL teams with the least retired numbers are the Houston Texans and the Las Vegas Raiders, both of which have officially retired 0 numbers.
Who?
The Houston Texans and the Las Vegas Raiders have both retired 0 numbers.
Looking up the Cleveland Browns.
The teams with the 2 most retired numbers are the Chicago Bears and the New York Giants, which both have 14 retired numbers.
Cleveland Browns have 5 retired numbers.
Yeah. So they're about on with the Seahawks, with 5. So even teams that have a lot of have the most retired numbers is only 14, and that's like talk about if a team's been around for 50 to 70 years and only 14 numbers. That's very rare that they retire a number.
Dylan Gabriel was a 3rd-round pick. If they're in line to get a quarterback in the 1st round, they're gonna go get him.
They're not taking him.
No, they should.
But they're not going to do
You know how upset I was about the Deshaun Watson? Oh, no, the Seahawks fumbled the ball, and now he picks it up, and it's going to go to not even the 20.
But they still have the ball.
Yeah, well, maybe they should have lost the ball.
Nope.
Disruptive. Those are the things that we have to do. We've got to get that done together. 4 or 5 drives, both sides of the ball, we've got to get that done.
And now we've got 31-7. It's going to be 1st and 10. It's going to be handoff to Kenneth Walker, and he gets met almost immediately and gets maybe 1 yard out of it. Now it's 31-7. They're at 2nd and 9. Now here's Sam Darnold looking to pass. Now here's the pass, and that's going to be caught. And I think that was A.J. Barner, and now that's going to be about a 3rd down and a 1.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's going to be 3rd and 1. And then it's going to be Sam Darnold, quick pass, and that is going to be, that was nearly intercepted. That's going to be 4th and 1. Didn't even go to the 50, and then the Seahawks are going to have to punt this away.
They should have handed it off to Jack Charbonnet. They were right there to have him.
Well, too bad. He's on your fantasy football team, so I don't need that.
No, but hey, he was right there.
Here, I have a confession. I've cheered against the Seahawks when I had Russell Wilson going up against me. I was cheering for the other team if it meant for me to win. Am I selfish for that?
Don't you want your city to succeed?
No.
Yeah, that's kind of selfish.
Oh, down to the 20.
Yep.
We're not playing the Rams for a while, though. What would your reaction be if someone donated a $200 donation? I mean, I'd probably get close to a heart attack. I just saw that. I mean, do you have $200, Matthew? You're going to do that? I mean, I'm not going to pressure you to, but, But if someone gave me $200 on the spot, that would be the new record. And if you donate $200, your name will be named on this channel.
Well, your username.
RGR has the record of 60. Now we're at 1st and 10. Man in motion. And that's going to be handoff. And he made some moves, and that's going to be about a few yards there. Looks like Ernest Jones is injured. Oh, no. He is out for the game. And now it's going to be Jaden Daniels looking to pass. He's getting pressured. And now here's the big throw, and that's going to be caught by Zach Ertz. And he goes out of bounds to freeze the clock. But now the Commanders are on the comebacking end. And I think you should be nervous about it.
No, I'm not. I'm not nervous at all, Joe.
I am.
No. There's nothing to be nervous about. We've got this game in the bag.
I don't know, kid. Half of football is not getting your players injured. We are. 1st and 10. They're now into Seahawks territory. It's going to be handoff to the running back. And he's going to go down. Gets maybe about 2 or 3 yards.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's going to be Jaden Daniels. He's got some time. Oh, nope. He's going to go down, and he is going to be sacked.
Slow.
And now it's going to be Jaden Daniels looking to pass. Here's the pass, and that's going to be incomplete.
Oh, where is this comeback you were saying?
Oh, it's coming. Oh, but it's 4th and 13. Are you serious?
Yeah. You didn't notice
You gotta
that?
be joking me.
You said after one good player, they're going to have a comeback, and I was like, I don't see it.
And that's going to be a punt. And that's going to be probably a fair catch. As Torrey Horton with the fair catch.
Yep.
Yeah, Halloween is over. Come on.
Yeah, but still kind of spooky season. Today was yesterday? Yesterday was Day of the Dead.
Yeah, it was.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what you buy. Earn more smartly with the U.S. Bank Smartly Visa Signature Card.
A couple weeks ago's game was more exciting than this. The one they played Houston was more exciting than this.
Mm-hmm.
At least Houston kept it like kind of close. Have you seen that show yet? The Chad Power show?
Nope.
It's based on a true story about the Manning brothers, about like how one of them went undercover or something like that, like at a college or something like that. Pretending to be some other football player. It was some like I know you're into the Manning brothers, so there was like a story about that. That's what Chad Power.
Yeah, which I still think the Browns should tank for Arch Manning.
No, Arch Manning's not good.
Abe Lucas has been having a good offensive line game. I mean, Sam Darnold has had has good protection throughout this game. He hasn't been sacked at all.
Yeah.
Looks like the Ernest Jones injury does not look good at all. And now it's going to be 1st and 10. Ball on the 12. Own Seahawks territory. Now it's going to be Sam Darnold. He's rolling out. And now here is a big pass. And that is going to be, nearly caught by Jackson Smith and Jigba. And a flag has been thrown. I wonder what this is all about. I think that might be against the Commanders. Oh, yep. Pass interference on the defense.
Yep.
Oh, yep. He got him right there.
He was already there. The flag came out late, but that was already, you could tell the guy was already all over him before the ball got anywhere near.
Now it's going to be 1st and 10. And that's going to be handoff to Kenneth Walker. And he goes down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Now it's 2nd and 9.
Seahawks. Seahawks.
At the Farmer's Dog, our fresh food plans give dogs good health and great hair. Get 50% off your first box, only at thefarmersdog.com.
Chris, Melissa was talking about Cooper Kupp. What a great benefit this has been for Jackson Smith and Jigba as DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett move on away from the Seahawks.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp is on the bench because he's injured.
Mm-hmm.
2nd and 9 for the Seahawks. And now it's going to be Sam Darnold here. Here's the pass. That's going to be caught by Torrey Horton. Kind of went backwards, but that's going to still be forward progress.
Jefferson was in college, we didn't always see him playing outside. He was a slot guy, but then we saw it.
And that's going to be 31-7, 3rd and 4. Now here's Sam Darnold to pass. Now here is the pass, and that's going to be intercepted. That is picked off. Oh, no.
I don't know why you're so nervous.
I am nervous. This could be the turning point.
Nope.
And plus, it's because he didn't pass to Torrey Horton. Should have passed to him. You know what I mean?
Nope.
You feel me?
Nope.
You don't feel me. You think I'm being
Nope.
selfish?
Yep. I think we're doing fine.
Nope. We're doomed. And that's going to be to Deebo Samuel. And he gets at least a couple yards on that.
I don't see the momentum going anywhere in Washington's favor.
I do.
They did like even the quarterback doesn't look that into like wanting to win this game. You don't see it in how Washington's playing. You don't see that spark in them. Do you see the spark in them?
Yes.
No, I don't.
I see a comeback.
Nope. I don't
They did it at the end of the half.
Nope.
Now it's going to be 2nd and 7. And now it's going to be Jaden Daniels looking to pass, and then he scrambles out, and he will see. He got a few yards on that. That's momentum right there.
No, but that's not momentum.
That is momentum.
You couldn't even get a good pass off. You couldn't even get a good pass off.
Because there was nobody open.
He struggled through that scramble.
At least he runs.
He struggled through that scramble.
This is exactly who I wanted the Seahawks to tank for.
Nope.
He took them all the way to the NFC Championship all by himself.
Nope. Some are saying that was just a lucky season because look at this year. They're playing horrible.
Because everyone's injured and old, like you said.
Nope. I'm just saying.
3rd and 1. And that's going to be a handoff. And that's going to be a first down. See, there's momentum. Momentum is coming. Nope. It's coming.
No, it's not.
I feel it.
You get nervous too early.
Oh, do I? Is that what you think, kid? And now here's Jaden Daniels to pass, and he's going to scramble out, and he does run, and he goes out of bounds.
For 1 yard.
It's like Luke McCaffrey is out.
Do you think Jaden Daniels could turn into another RG3?
No.
You don't
I think
so?
Jaden Daniels is going to turn into something that the Seahawks should have tanked for.
Nope. You see that about a lot of players, and some of them don't even pan out. Look at
CJ Stroud now. No, yes, he's good.
No. I'd argue that Sam Darnold's better than him.
Wait, so looks like we got a timeout.
Yeah.
Yep.
They wasted a timeout.
Do you think okay, so if ESPN and YouTube aren't together, does that mean like ESPN's gone for good?
Yeah, basically you can't watch it on YouTube TV anymore.
Wow.
Because what happened was that they haven't renewed their contract yet, and they had a dispute 4 years ago, and it like went out for a day, and then they made up. This year they're in a bigger fight because ESPN is trying to do their own standalone app now, and then ESPN just bought Disney just bought 70% of Fubo.
Oh my God.
So it is like a huge thing now where they're like, and ESPN, YouTube TV's like you're trying to exploit us because you have all these stations and stuff like that. And we're not going to deal with you. So they haven't made up yet at all. And then potentially YouTube TV is going to start. They're going to give a $20. They're giving a $20 discount to people.
Yeah, Fubo really is a scam company. It's true.
But what's happening is that eventually, potentially, you know what might happen? Hulu Live, Hulu Plus Live.
Oh, it's going to be, looks like we got a flag already.
Yeah. Hulu Plus Live TV might get merged into Fubo. So that service might go away.
It's going to be on the offense. False start on Zach Ertz.
So there's a lot of interesting things happening now with media rights.
I have 134 shares of Fubo on my stocks.
And
now it's going to be, Oh, it's just on the replay.
Mm-hmm. And Warner Brothers is up for sale right now.
Oh, boy. Now 2nd and 14. And now here is Jaden Daniels looking to... Oh, no, he's going to be scrambling, and he will go down. That's going to be a sack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and one of the players, Paramount wants to buy Warner Brothers, and so does Netflix. If Netflix buys Warner Brothers, guess what? Batman and Superman now are on Netflix. It's like, you really want to see Batman and Superman on Netflix? Yep. Yeah.
Now it's 3rd and 15. And now it's going to be to Jaden Daniels. And now here's the pass. And that's going to be a flag out there, though.
The flag was in the backfield, so what happened here? It was, well, not the backfield, but yeah, by the quarterbacks. I'm wondering.
Oh, it's going to be a flag on the offense.
That's how bad Washington's playing.
Yeah, but I still think there was going to be momentum.
Told you there wasn't.
Oh, bad flag right there.
Well, he went for the legs.
Yeah, he did. That's what I meant.
The Seahawks did the same thing earlier and got flagged for it, so that's consistency.
Now it's going to be 4th and 15.
Do you go for it here?
I think they are going to go for it.
What do you have to lose? A punt's going to give you, what, 20 extra yards? This is going to give you, what, 10 yards? I don't know.
Yeah, they're going for it. 4th and 15. They didn't even want to go for the field goal either. They're like, what else they got to lose? And I think they're going for the blitz. And now here is Daniels to pass, and he's getting pressured, and he might know. He's going to scramble, and he might actually go all the way. No, he's not.
Oh, do you see him spike the ball? He spiked it on the ground. He was that upset.
I would be too.
Shouldn't that be a penalty? Look at this at the end of the play.
Tripped.
But then look at this. Then he takes the ball and spikes it.
Just score. I want at least an interesting game. No, I just want this to be a boring, no mercy blowout game.
Like I said, Washington's looking almost as bad as as New Orleans.
I know.
And I'm like, remember that New Orleans game? I'm like, dude, this game. At least Houston was competitive, somewhat. So I'm saying it's nothing.
Yeah, I thought they were going to throw it up for grabs too.
The thing about it, you know what the problem is? Do you think it's really Jaden Daniels, or do you think it's his offensive line? Because I think it's his offensive line playing so bad.
Yeah, let's see the ranking of the offensive linemen for, if I even have stats for that. NFL rankings, pass protection. Well, as of a few days ago, trying to see who has the best pass protection team. Cleveland Browns are the worst. Broncos have the best offensive line. Commanders are 7th. While the Seahawks offensive linemen, they are all the way at... Wait, what? They're at 29th? This makes no sense. Seahawks have considered one of the worst offensive line. Oh, did you watch the new Jurassic World movie?
Not yet.
I'm refusing to watch it.
Why?
Not interested. They're showing some high school football, or is that college football?
I have another ranking here, and it says the best offensive line is actually the Philadelphia Eagles. Then Denver Broncos is 2.
That's college football. Gonzaga
No.
has a football team? I didn't know that.
No, Gonzaga doesn't have a football team.
Well, it's like Gonzaga.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers has 3rd. Like, where is it? This says Washington's offensive line is 11.
It's going to be handoff to Zach Charbonnet. He gets at least 5 yards, and I hate that. I wanted him to lose yards.
Yes. Nice run there.
It's going to be 31. It's going to be 2nd and 4. Now they're at 5-2. Our Seahawks are at 5-2. Washington 3-5. 2nd and 4. Getting close to the Commanders' territory. And here's Sam Darnold to pass. Got plenty of time. He did. Now he doesn't. And he gets it over to Zach Charbonnet with the reception. And there's going to be a flag out there. It's going to be a holding call. I think this is coming back.
Oh, no. Oh, man.
Oh, holding on the defense. Penalty is going to be declined.
Yeah.
No, I don't want that.
Yes.
And now Charbonnet has now 4.8 points.
Yeah, Charbonnet.
I refuse to watch it. TK47. Or TK7. For some reason, I thought your name was 47 for the longest of time. I didn't even pay attention.
Yeah.
Now it's going to be... I just need this to go to Torrey Horton. Now it's going to be to Zach Charbonnet. Can you please stop it? Can you please just throw the ball? Throw it to Torrey Horton.
Joe, we're in that point of the game where they're slowing down the game and not throwing it as much, only if they need to throw it. So we're going to have more run plays. And this is the possession right now that has Charbonnet in it. The next time we get the ball will be Kenneth Walker potentially. We're going to go back and forth. So you basically want this offensive off. I'm just saying. Yeah, now I have 5 points.
2nd and 8. It's going to be man in motion. And it's going to be a fake handoff. He's getting pressured, and that's going to be a pass to Arroyo. You're passing to the wrong guy. Pass it to Torrey Horton. I am entitled to this victory.
No, you're not, Joe. Not entitled to
entitled.
anything. You're not entitled.
I hate everything. Now here's to Sam Darnold. It's going to be about a 3rd. And now here's going to be a pass. Now here it is. And that's going to be caught. That's going to be Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Yep. We're in the red zone now.
Yeah, now they're being aggressive again. And now it's going to be handoff to Kenneth Walker, and he gets more than 10 yards. I mean, no, there's but a flag. You have to pass now. Oh, no.
Okay. Are they putting Charbonnet back in?
No.
Do a quick
Please
Charbonnet
put in
thing.
Charbonnet. Please don't.
Oh, yeah, the face mask there. His hand was up in the face mask area. Yeah.
I'm not salty.
Okay, Kenneth Walker's still in there, not Charbonnet.
Now it's going to be first and goal. Oh, what do we got? Oh, a flag. Washington takes a timeout. Dan Quinn called for that timeout.
Yep, they're wasting their timeouts. That's 2 timeouts already wasted. They only have 1 left.
Seattle and New England, I was calling that Super Bowl. They're down on this end of the field. I don't think I'll ever recover from that Super Bowl. I'm not sure they ever have.
Redskins have won their Super Bowl in 83, 88, and 92.
Mm-hmm. Well, remember in the early 90s, the Buffalo Bills went to 4 Super Bowls back-to-back and never won one?
Oh, yeah. That was really brutal.
Yeah. You'd have to say that quarterback's better than Josh Allen because Josh Allen hasn't even made it to a Super Bowl. Everyone keeps praising Josh Allen. I'm like, hey, your team has a better quarterback than you. They had a quarterback that made it to 4 Super Bowls. Have you made it to 1? No. It's like...
Now it's going to be first and goal. I wonder who's the running back. And now there's going to be a pass to Sam Darnold, and that is going to be incomplete. Can you pass to Torrey Horton, please? I mean, he's the one that's been catching it, so that's why you're not making the plays. So it's like your own fault, man. And now it's going to be second and goal. And it's going to be to Kenneth Walker, and he is going to be right down there. It's going to be third and goal. How about you do a fake handoff to Charbonnet and then give it to Torrey Horton? How about that? I think that's fair.
No. There's no point. There's no point to pass here.
Yes, there is. Help me win. Now we got third and goal. And now they're just going to try to sneak it in. And does that get a touchdown? And Barner gets it in for the touchdown.
Yep, Barner gets it.
AJ Barner literally snapped it to himself. And he gets touchdown. And Seahawks are now going to be up 38-7.
That play, the handing it to Barner works better than when we're not going to see that one guy for the rest of the season. Our Jalen Milrose. Yeah. The couple times they threw him in here, the plays were so bad they made for him.
I think one of them cause an interception?
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was like a fumble or something. It was so bad. He was supposed to be like the next like Lamar or like Jalen Hurts or something like that. And like, oh, it was just, he needs time.
And now the kick is up and it's good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Barner snapped to himself. Just imagine you could have done that in Super Bowl 49.
So you really think they're going to come back now?
Yes.
You really think Washington's going to come back now?
It's still another whole quarter to go.
Okay. Largest fourth quarter.
Largest fourth quarter comeback in NFL history.
Okay. It says the biggest comeback in NFL history is 33 points by the Minnesota Vikings against the Indianapolis Colts on December 17th, 2022. And
I heard about that.
Yeah, so that was in history, was the biggest comeback in NFL history. The largest fourth quarter, so this is, now it's going into the largest fourth quarter comeback is the 32 points comeback by the Buffalo Bills against the Houston Oilers on January 3rd, 1993, in a playoff game that ended in overtime. So I had to go to overtime for it to be done.
Yep, so it could happen.
So 32 points has happened, but like I'm saying, that's very rare. Like I said, 32 points. So 33 has been the most that someone's ever come back from, but that was more than enough fourth quarter comeback. In the fourth quarter, it was 32. And had to go to overtime. So it's very unlikely it's going to happen.
The Magic Hawk Bucks, Hawk Bus, 9 straight road wins, longest active streak in the NFL. They travel really well.
Yeah, it's weird. They play slightly worse at home than they play on the road.
They play a lot worse at home.
But they've lost 2 home games, and those are the only games they've lost.
And they were on very close margins.
Yeah. But that's the thing about most NFL teams. Most games are lost by basically like 1 score. And how many games are actually blowouts? It's like you look at the weekend. If you look at the weekend this weekend, most of the games are close games. Not a lot of them were blowouts.
Pretty bad interceptions. At least that one.
Yeah. So let's look at some of the games. Okay. So Baltimore, Miami was a blowout. Okay. Chicago, Cincinnati wasn't. So that's 1 non-blowout. The Minnesota, Detroit game wasn't a blowout. It was. So you're talking about there's only been 1 blowout so far I've seen. You have Carolina, no blowout. Denver, no blowout. New England, no blowout. No. And then it's like San Francisco blew out. So that was a blowout. Rams was a blowout.
It's a minute 53 left in this quarter. Now here's Jaden Daniels to pass. And the pass is going to be caught complete by Deebo Samuel. And he's going to get past the 50 already. And I do believe that there is a comeback in order by the Commanders.
Yeah. Look at this. So far this weekend, there's only been 3 blowout games in all the NFL games. All the rest of the games were close.
And Deebo Samuel gets stopped pretty much immediately. And that's going to be a flag right there.
So there's 14 games this weekend. And 3 of them. And right now we're on track to have a 4th game. So you're talking about.
No foul. 2nd down.
4 divided by 14 is about 1 out of every 4 games, 28%. So it's like almost 29%. So it's like 1 out of every 4 games. Maybe 3 out of every 10.
Yeah.
So yeah, the odds of there being a blowout game is kind of less often.
And it's going to be a pass, and that's going to be complete. So that's going to be 3rd down and like a 4. And even if the Seahawks do get the stop, you know that Washington's just going to go for it.
Yes. Because they have nothing to lose. Like, why punt it in this situation?
I know, pretty much.
Because the difference of giving them the ball on like the 20 or the 15 versus giving the ball on the 45 is who cares when you're down by this much. Yeah.
And now it's going to be Jaden Daniels to pass. And he's might go down. And he is going to go down with the sack. Another sack for the Seahawks on Jaden Daniels.
Do you punt it now? Or do you go for it even though you're like 10, 12 yards away?
You go for it.
I know. Then it gets more opportunities for my running back.
I need a commercial break on this one.
Well, in the 3rd quarter.
Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza. Beautiful thing.
By the way, it's football fans.
Oh, yeah. It should be football. It's not baseball anymore.
No,
You need to
because
update
baseball
that.
season's been over.
Yeah. Well, it just got over this, like, what? Yesterday?
What about yesterday?
Are you happy that the Dodgers won?
Yeah, of course I am.
So I know a lot of Seattle fans wanted Dodgers to win after their team left, got knocked out.
By the Blue Jays, yeah.
Because a lot of people just don't like Blue Jay fans around here.
No, because they literally flood the stadium. But I also put that on the Mariners fans for not jumping on those tickets as well.
Well, because the Mariners fans don't really care because their team is so, like, mediocre most years.
I know. And then when they make the playoffs, it's like the biggest shock.
Well, the thing about it is so many people are bandwagon fans around here. There is a few bandwagon fans, but there's not even that many bandwagon fans around here. You had family members who never even watched football, started not even watch baseball and started watching baseball for a little bit here and there. They would glimpse at the games, but they I have family members who dislike baseball and were starting to watch it.
Yeah, that's
very
true.
little.
And now it's going to be a punt.
They're actually punting it. Wow.
Yeah. And that's going to be caught. That was Torrey
Another
Horton.
fair catch. So didn't do anything on your run there.
Nope.
Now let's give the ball to Jack Charbonnet and run it.
No, let's give the ball to Torrey Horton and give him a chance.
No. They're not going to pass it. You know that's not their game plan right now.
No, they have to.
They don't have to.
It's for tiebreaker purposes. You want to get as many points as you can.
Nope. It doesn't. Nope. They're not doing
I'm
that
not.
right.
And I'm not saying this just because I want to win. I think it helps the Seahawks.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. Gives you more points.
It doesn't help them.
Point differentials.
No, that doesn't help them. What
Yes,
matters
it does.
is what matters first is your divisional record.
So you think I'm just crazy?
Yeah, because you're talking
What?
about something that it would be. It'd be. I don't even know if that's even a tiebreaker. Point differentials. I think that's like way down the line on tiebreakers.
I guess so.
You know,
Maybe.
the first tiebreaker that matters is how well you do in your division. Yeah. Like, let's see here. The Seahawks are, let's see, division. They're 1-1 in their division. The Rams are 0-1. The San Francisco 49ers are 3-0 in their division, but they're a game behind us. Arizona is 0-2 in the division, so you don't have to worry about them, really.
I do. You have to worry about the 49ers.
But not Arizona.
And the
you
Rams,
scared?
you have to worry about them.
49ers, they have a really easy schedule. That's why they're benefiting this year.
Is that what you think?
Yeah. They're not that good of a team. Everybody knows they're weak. Everybody says they're weak because their schedule's so easy. Just like some people were saying, is New England really that good because their schedule's so easy this year too? New England Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because healthy communities need more than healthcare.
Mm-hmm. Yep, the Seahawks are 3-0 on the road this year. They're 2-2 at home.
I know that's pretty bad.
No, you know who's bad at home? Arizona,
Who?
1-3 at home.
That's because they're a bad team in general.
The Saints are 1-4 at home.
Well, that's because they're a really bad team.
Minnesota's 1-2 at home, but they're 3-2 on the road. It's weird. Some teams are better on the road.
The 2001 Mariners were like that. They were actually a better road team than they were at home.
Yeah. Like you look at some of these teams, you're like, what? You know?
And it's going to be handoff to Zach Charbonnet, actually still getting yards. Oh, come on. Just give it to Torrey Horton. He's been the ones making all the catches.
Yeah, some more yards.
Shut up.
Crap yards right now. And look at this. The Raiders, their home record is 1-3. What's their road record? The Raiders. If they're 1-3 at home, what is their road record? The Raiders are 1-3 on the road. They have the same home and road record. You can't say they're better or worse.
Now it's going to be 2nd and 6.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's going to be handoff to Charbonnet. He gets at least a few yards.
Yep, 2 more yards.
And now it's going to be Kenneth Walker. And I told you to give the ball to Torrey Horton. See, they're not listening to me. You see my point?
Well, I got some more points. Yeah, Washington's not doing anything on offense. They get like what, 1 first down, and then they stop on the 2nd first down. Yeah. Is this the first time we've had to punt all game?
Yep. I think this is finally the time we've had to punt.
Yeah.
Now it's going to be 4th and 2. There's still too much time left in this game.
Not really.
And they're going to fair catch it.
What do you think about it? Okay. If you can score 2 minutes per possession, or let's say you score within 3 minutes. Let's say 3 minutes per possession. There is how many minutes left in this game? There is what, like 12 and a half minutes. Let's say 12 minutes. That's 3 minutes on our end. So that'd be 1 more for us. 3 minutes would be another 6. So you're talking about they'd have the ball 2 more times. So think about this. If they score quickly, they'd have the ball about 2 more times. We would have the ball about 2 more times left in the game. Think about this. Because you're talking about 3 minutes per possession. 3 and 3 is 6. 3 and 3 is 6 again. So, and you're talking about if they score a touchdown both times, that would give them 14 points. So Washington would get about 14 points, and we're up by 21. So they would have to somehow get an interception, because unless it's like we go out 2 and out, we go 2 minutes and out, and that's 4 minutes, and then you have 2 minutes left over for them to maybe come back. So it is still slightly possible that they can get us out 1 and out the next couple of drives, but they have to score within 3 minutes or less. So can Washington score within 3 minutes or less?
You never know. I mean, the Seahawks scored 14 points within a few seconds.
Yeah, but defense helped with that. So
luck can happen too.
Yeah, but I'm saying the odds of that happening right now with 12 minutes left, 12 and a half minutes left. Because Washington's not being explosive and throwing the ball down the field. But I just logically did it at the quickest in my head, the math in my head.
Mm-hmm.
That's predicated on them getting the Seahawks 3 and out 2 more times.
What does the word predicated mean? I've heard that a lot from intelligent people.
Predicated, it's like it's on the fact that you have something that's potentially has to happen for them to actually make it possible, So it's a lot of times it's like if that doesn't happen, it's something that people think has to happen for it to actually be for the other thing to happen. Because if you think about it, if the Seahawks get a first down on their next time they have the ball, that's another 2 extra minutes. You're at least wasting 1.5 to 2 minutes per every time you have a first down.
And now it's going to be handoff. And that's going to be about a few yards on that one.
And I don't know why they're running the ball. It's slowing them down anyway. So they're wasting more clock. So that's actually helping us for them running.
Yeah, they should be passing, which is really strange.
Yeah, it's like like I said, they gave up. Washington is kind of giving up on this game.
They just want to let this game die.
Yeah.
I guess. Ew.
He's so happy.
Yeah. Now here's Jaden Daniels, the pass, and that's going to be caught. That's going to be a first down, and the comeback has begun.
They're going too slow for the comeback.
It's going to be handoff.
Big fish.
And that is going to be a tackle.
I think the trade deadline's like Tuesday or something.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's this week. Which, if I was going to trade anyone, I would trade Woolen. But that's just me.
You're not going to get anything out of him.
You might get something.
Like what?
He still has value. He's not bad.
And now there's Daniels looking to pass the big pass. Not so big pass. Oh, he gets just thrown down by Woolen and a flag. See, Woolen's an idiot. Woolen, you freaking idiot. Yeah, you know that's an unsportsmanlike conduct. Damn right you are.
It's already been 2 minutes almost since they've had the ball, Washington. They're moving so slow. And I'm even saying if they score within 3 minutes, and that's still they have 1 minute and 9 seconds.
And now there's Jaden Daniels getting some kind of pressure. Yep, he's getting pressured, and he's going to run and the throw. And is that going to be in? Nope, he gets it. That's going to be first down. The comeback is commencing.
Yep, he's in. Wow.
He's definitely in. Now it's going to be 1st and 10. Man in motion. And that's going to be a quick pass to Deebo Samuel. Gets at least a few yards, but that's going to be down for a second down and about a 6.
Mm-hmm. So like I said, they've wasted more than 3 minutes. I said they had to score within 3 minutes to keep this game alive, and they're not doing it. Yeah. Look at how tight it is in our division. Like that's our conference.
It's very tight. That's a very tight conference.
Yeah.
2nd and 5.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be handoff to the running back, and he gets met immediately. And that's going to be 3rd down.
Yep.
almost defensively against the Texans. What I watched against Tampa, and he was embarrassed. Like he was still embarrassed.
Now it's going to be Daniels on a 3rd and 6. Now the pass. And that's going to be a first down.
Yeah, so it's been 3 minutes and 55, almost 4 minutes on this drive. Basically 4 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Now it's going to be 1st and goal. And that's going to be handoff. And he actually gets some. And now it's Jaden Daniels, and he's going to get sacked.
And Jaden Daniels looks slow.
Oh, no. Jaden Daniels is down.
He looks slow.
Oh, my. Well, yeah, he's getting banged up.
He's been injured this year. He already came off an injury. This is like his first week back.
Right. I got to take a knee for this.
This is his first week back.
Ah. Oh.
Mm-hmm. This is like his first week. Yeah.
We got to take a knee.
Is Marcus Mariota going to come in now?
And I should have taken the knee for our Seahawks guy, too. I think this is going to be a new part of our content. Whenever someone gets hurt, we're all going to take a knee.
Should I do like I used to do sometimes when I do streams? I'll be like, oh, every point the other team scores, I do push up for. That'd be 7 points right now. That'd be 7 push-ups.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So I wouldn't have to do too many push-ups right now.
Mm-hmm. All right, well. I think no, I'm not going to do it during commercial break. Oh, are you? But you're doing push-ups now?
1, 2.
Those are better push-ups than mine.
4.
Okay, I'm gonna put my knee on the shoe. Yeah, that's a little bit better. That reply is horrific. Wait, what do you mean that reply is horrific? What are you talking about, Louis Lulu? Louis Lulu? Louis Lulu. But yeah, we gotta do that knee.
Yeah. But this has been it's been a plagued year for Jaden Daniels. He hasn't been able to have he keeps coming in and off of like injuries. It's not been good for him.
It's not. Remember, the trick is to turn your hands inward while doing them. That replay is horrific. Yeah, Daniels looks like he's in horrific pain. You never want to see injuries like this.
No. No, the worst story I've heard in football history, one of the worst ones, was the Alex Smith story.
Oh my! You know he almost died.
Yeah,
because of that.
Because he got injured and then got an infection on top of an injury. Was out for like 2 years. Was with Washington and somehow rehabbed and was able to come back
and lead them into the playoffs.
It was like the craziest story ever, but it took like 2 years or something. Like
he retired after that. Could you blame him?
It was insane. Well, did you know that he, like, I think his last year he played for Kansas City and then, or something like that. And then the year after he was there for, and then Patrick Mahomes took over the year after him.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes sat behind him for a
Jaden
year.
Daniels just got up. I think, oh no, I think they're putting him on the stretcher. Oh no. No, but I think he's walking. No, he's walking on his own power. All right.
Okay. So he can still walk. So they didn't need a stretcher. Good.
But he's definitely going to be out for the game.
Yeah, it's Marcus Mariota time. But still. But this is a profession where injuries happen more often than other professions.
Injuries is a scary thing in sports. Nothing to be laughed at. No one should be cheering for anyone's injuries.
I always think about this. What's the most dangerous sport and what's the safest sport?
I don't know.
If you consider poker a sport, then is poker one of the safest sports?
Yep. All right.
Yeah, but I'm
So
like...
Jaden Daniels is going to be walked out of the game.
Yeah.
And to those who was taking the knee, thank you for joining me.
Mm-hmm. That's why they say your team has to have a lot of depth, because if you have no depth, you can't sustain throughout the season because of all the injuries. It is that tough. You know what's a really interesting
It's going to be handoff to the running back, and he gets in for the touchdown. That was Marcus Mariota handing it.
You know what's a really interesting stat? How many teams had to use their backup quarterback during the season? Like, what team never plays their backup quarterback? That'd be an interesting stat. So logically, it's like 7-14. The Seahawks. So potentially, it's like you're talking about 2 minutes. The Seahawks are going to have the ball for at least 2 minutes. If they go 3 and out, let's just say 2 minutes. That's going to take it down to 5-14. Okay. So the other team would have 5 minutes or something like that to score. Basically, they would have like just over 5 minutes to score 2 touchdowns. I don't think that's going to. Do you think that's really going to happen?
Maybe.
You know?
Yep.
Because if they score, if they score even within like quickly, they score 2 minutes. That would be 3 minutes left, and then you go back to the Seahawks have the ball for a minute and a half potentially. Then they would have a minute and a half to score just to tie the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
You know, it was really dark. One of the darkest moment I've ever had in the American League Championship Series between the Blue Jays and the Mariners. It was when the Mariners hit a Blue Jay player who's been known to just kill the Mariners. And guess what the reaction was when he got hit? Guess what was the reaction from Seattle fans?
What? They got upset?
No.
Oh, they didn't?
They cheered. They cheered a guy getting hit. And then when he was walking to first base to see if he can walk to first base, see if he was okay, fans were booing. And then when he came back, when he had to be taken out of the game, fans were cheering and waving bye-bye. I mean, talk about, I have to say it, terrible sportsmanship, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Well, we're literally still up by 24 points. That's like three scores and a kick. That's a lot to come back from, Joe, right now. We're up by 24
Daniels
points.
Exits the game wearing a cast after suffering a left arm injury. So it's non-throwing arm, but still very brutal.
Yeah. So 24 points. That means they'd have to score 3 times within that point in time. That's not enough. That's really, really tough to do. To come back from this 24 points. I think the Seahawks have it. They just need to keep running the ball and waste time on the clock.
Yeah.
Like, we've got this. Oh, next week, look at it's Steelers versus Chargers. What do you think of that game?
Yeah, I'm looking at that. Sunday Night Football.
5-3
I'll
versus 6-3.
think about it. I'll think about if I want to do a game, but I don't know yet.
Okay. Yeah, because who did the Seahawks play next week?
I saw multiple Mariners fans online claim that it was Blue Jay fans booing Springer too. I know. I saw all that. I thought it was disgusting. Oh, look at almost the fans are gone. They just already left the game, so they know it's over.
Yeah.
I know, TK7. I was against the cheering. I said it was a bad idea. And even the comments on my own fans were like, yeah, he got hurt. Ha ha ha. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to go with that.
So next Sunday at 1:05, the Seahawks
Oh, they're
play
going to bring the
Arizona.
ball out. Cody White got it.
So what do you think about the Arizona game? It's in Seattle. Seattle plays Arizona next week, Sunday afternoon game.
So Jaden Daniels is going to be he might miss some time.
Yeah. We have 2 weeks until we play the Rams.
That's going to be a tough game.
And
look, it's over when Drew Lock is now the quarterback.
Yeah.
They took out Zach Charbonnet. His second time with the Seahawks. He was with the Giants last season. And not much is going to be. They lost a yard on that. That was Holani with the run.
Did you hear the funny story about Drew Lock? He almost got kind of booed out of the city because one of the games he won last year made him to 4 wins and knocked him out of the number 1 pick in the draft. And the fans got so mad at Drew Lock. So he kind of got booed out of that city and they wouldn't re-sign him.
The Giants?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because it's New York fan base.
Yeah, because they wanted the team to tank because they were so bad that year, and then he won a game. It was I think he beat somebody decent, and it was the funniest thing ever.
It's gonna be a handoff, and he's gonna go down.
He beat Indianapolis Colts. It was week 17.
The Seahawks will be at 6-2 after this.
Yep. At top of their division.
And now it's going to be 3rd and 8. Give it to Torrey Horton. Oh, wait, he's on the bench. Never mind.
Yeah, so.
And, that it's going to be close to a first down.
Yeah.
And they're really just going to milk the clock.
Yeah. Well, they're up by 24. It's very unlikely the other team's coming back. Like I said, by the time the other team gets the ball back, I said it was going to be about 5 minutes at the quickest. It was going to be at the 5-minute mark. And so I knew that. Yeah. At this rate, the Washington will have 2 more times to have the ball. They could score about 14 more points. It'd be 38-28. That's at the quickest. Yeah.
And now it's going to be a punt. You go all the way to the 5. And that's going to be up to the, I don't know. Who do you think is a brutal fan base? They say Philadelphia is one of the more brutal fan bases.
I heard Philadelphia is the worst. Never go there wearing wearing opponent's jersey. I heard it's so bad. Yeah. Well, think about the Northeast. A lot of Northeast people are very direct. How does that play into a fan base when you're super direct? Is that a good thing?
What?
I was talking about how,
it's going to be handoff, and it's going to be about a few yards.
What I was saying was that Philadelphia is part of the Northeast. Guess what the Northeast is? They're very direct people. How does that play into a fan base, being very direct?
So that's what you think it is? You think it's just more fans being direct than being a-holes?
It's the people there are just they get really in your. I've heard they get in your face and stuff like that, and they're really passionate about their fans, but they really hate other fans a lot.
And us, we're friendly to other fan bases, but we're usually pretty mean to our own fans. We got 2nd and 4.
No, we're nice to our fans. We like our fans, but the thing about it is
it's gonna go down.
We don't dog on our opponents so much. Look at our schedule coming up. Do you think that's a hard schedule?
It's a pretty mediocre looking schedule.
It's not that great. Like if we don't pull off 10 wins this year, it'd be sad. Especially starting 6-2.
That's going to be 3rd and 1. And it's going to be handoff, and it's going to be a first down, and he gets some yards and more.
You know what's also crazy interesting is the discrepancy between like the top paid coach and the lowest paid NFL coach. Like the difference in pays. The highest paid coach is Andy Reid because he's won like 3 Super Bowls. He's the highest paid one.
So it's going to be 1st and 10. Man in motion.
Did you know the Seahawks have the highest paid first-time head coach?
I can see that. And that's going to be 2nd down.
He makes like $9 million a year. Dan Quinn makes like half of that. He only makes 4.5. Yeah, that's crazy. That's still a lot of money. It's still wow. Like you said earlier, look how empty it is. I heard this is like the worst stadium in football. Is the Washington Stadium?
Because it has bad flooring.
Oh, the flooring is what it is. Well, you know who's getting a new stadium soon? You know they're working on it right now is Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's huge.
Was critically injured while helping to set up our show. He's been a member of our incident team for over a decade. He's one of our key cameras.
And also at the end of this game, we'll do a quick post-game show after this.
Okay.
And it's going to be 2nd and 6, and this clock is just completely winding down as we have already hit the 2-minute warning.
Yeah.
Traffic jam is clearly a nightmare at that place. Yeah, I can see that. Washington, D.C. has been known to have terrible traffic. 2nd and 6, and it's going to be another first down, but the clock is really winding down anyway. So even if they score, this game is pretty much over.
Well, I don't even think the stadium is in Washington, D.C. I think it's like in the outskirts. I think it's in the suburbs.
Where exactly is the Washington Commanders Stadium?
Yeah.
It's in Maryland.
Yeah.
Look at the border of Maryland. 5 miles east of Washington, D.C. Now we've got 1 minute and 24 seconds left. Mariota hands it off to the running back again. He spins.
Yeah, it's like the stadium is like it's like 29 minutes west of the Capitol. You know what? So the White House is actually like 30 minutes away from the Washington Commanders Stadium. It's 14.9 miles away.
Now we got 40 seconds left. It's going to be handoff. And he's going to go down. And that's going to be about 3rd down.
Yeah. But do you see that? It's that far away. It's like basically 15 miles away.
Oh, looks like the game is over. The Seahawks will go to 6-2 on the season. They'll be tied for the division lead and also tied for the conference lead. Got Mike McDonald shaking hands with Dan Quinn. And what a huge blowout victory it was. 38-14. How about that, Epic Sea Films?
I told you they're going to win. They play really good on the road.
Yeah, they are still undefeated on the road. They are now 4-0.
Mm-hmm.
And let's get right to it. So, Epic Sea Films, what do you think was the key of this game?
So the one of the keys to the game, I think, is the defense. The defense caused turnovers. And when you get good field position, you have better opportunities to score.
Yeah, they do. And also, how about some amazing play by Sam Darnold with he had like 4 touchdown passes in the first half. Like, he was very pinpoint accurate. And I think his only miss just happened to be that interception. But aside from that, he played a very excellent game.
Yeah.
Actually, it was 21 of 24, but he still, he clearly outplayed Jaden Daniels, who was 16 of 22 with an interception. And I'm trying to think other plays. Torrey Horton did a really good job getting everything started. He did help my fantasy team just a little bit, getting me 20 points. It may not be enough, but we'll see. And Kenneth Walker had some good runs along with Zach Charbonnet. They didn't have to do the best, but they did what they could. And Jackson Smith and Jigba has been carrying this receiving core for the Seahawks. 8 receptions for 129 yards.
Yeah.
And in the defensive side of you, what stuck out to you the most?
So I think one of the things that stood out to me was how little time Jaden Daniels had to actually throw the ball. When you see that a quarterback is always having to run or run a lot during the game, that means they don't have much time to either their defensive line, their offensive line is really bad, or your defensive line is playing really good. And our defensive line made their offensive line look really bad tonight.
And yeah, it's true because Jaden Daniels, he was sacked 4 times. So clearly, I think it's safe to say that the MVP of the defensive part was the Seahawks rushing defense. They were overwhelming Jaden Daniels very effectively, which is why he got 4 sacks. And the ones that contributed to the sacks, it was Drake Thomas, Leonard Williams, half of Byron Murphy, half for number 7. DeMarcus Lawrence was a huge part of it too, and Jaron Reed, and they did an excellent job putting the pressure on the defense. And the only effective receivers maybe was Deebo Samuel and Zach Ertz, but Zach Ertz is a big target, and usually when your offensive line is falling apart, you usually just resort to the tight end.
Yeah.
And let's look at stats. Sam Darnold, 330 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. For the rushing, Kenneth Walker had 11 carries for 42 yards. Zach Charbonnet, 8 carries for 25. And Jackson Smith and Jigba had 1 nice one, and A.J. Barner with that touchdown. And as for the Seahawks, it was Cody White, who had 1 reception for 60 for the touchdown. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 8 receptions for 129. No touchdowns, though. Torrey Horton had 4 receptions for 48 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Elijah Arroyo had a touchdown himself. So, excellent game. And also, how about A.J. Barner with causing the fumble?
Yeah.
And he did get that fumble on that kick return.
Yes. The other thing to note about this game is that the Seahawks played a really good game, but did you see anything in this game that the Seahawks could clean up and make stronger for future games going forward?
Well, what I would have seen is I would like to see more of their running game because they are more for the because there's going to be days where the passing game is just not going to be there, and the passing game just happened to be there for the Seahawks. But I just don't know if Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet are really the guys that you really want for the playoffs. Like, they're more of situational role players. They're like second and third kind of running backs. But in the future, Seahawks will need to figure out what they're going to do, like who's really going to step up in the running back for the future. But that's just too far to look at. But I'm just not sure about Kenneth Walker. I mean, that's why they're a running back by committee. Zach Charbonnet is more of the third down, and if you just need a couple yards. And Kenneth Walker is more if you're just looking for that one big run out of him. So the running game, I think, is the weakness of the Seahawks offense, while the passing has actually been the strength of the team. And the stats I'm going to see if the stats even prove it. The Seahawks are actually a bottom 10 in the running game, and they're a combined 753 yards on the run game. Panthers lead it with 1258.
Yeah. And so do you think that one of the things we talk about is, do you think because of the Seahawks schedule this year and the whole NFC West, do you think that they're going to be as prepared for the playoffs because of the competition they're playing during the regular season?
I mean, they've been playing the San Francisco 49ers. They played the Buccaneers. And let me see the schedule that they have been playing.
The Bucks
as
have
I'm
been the
going
best team
to
they
it.
played.
I mean, they played the Steelers, who are actually a good team. Pittsburgh has been playing well this season. I just want to see exactly where they're at before I get too ahead of things. Pittsburgh, there are 5-3, but they are still a good team. And Seahawks are now 6-2, and they are on the top. They should be on the top of the division. Like, let me see if they are.
Yeah, they're actually the number one team in their division. They're in third place because they lost to Tampa Bay because Tampa Bay has the tiebreaker over them. So you look at this. The only two teams they played good this year, you would say, is Pittsburgh and Tampa Bay. Would you really say San Francisco is good? You know, they have a lot of injuries, and they're one of the weakest teams that it actually is 5-3 or something like that. So I would say that the Seahawks, like some people say that's an argument. It's like, well, the Seahawks are
Let
the Seahawks really a
me
playoff?
see the strength of the schedule. So they lost to San Francisco when they were more healthy team, and they lost to Tampa Bay. And the teams that they have beaten, I mean, they've beaten above 500 teams. The easy teams they have, the more weaker teams they've beaten is New Orleans, Arizona, and Houston. So they've had and then Washington. So, I mean, they've been doing well in the regular season, but the question is, can they keep up, especially when they're going to be going up against Arizona, who has tend to give them troubles when they're at home. And then you're going to be going against the Rams, so that'll be a challenge. Then you got Tennessee. I mean, you don't want to underestimate them, but they're not having a good season. Minnesota, I would think you can beat them at home, but you never know. Atlanta, how are they doing this season is the question.
They're
they are
mediocre.
3-5,
They're about
so
500.
not so good of a good team,
Yeah.
but they usually play well at Atlanta too. And then what you're going to have after that, you're going to have Indianapolis. That's going to be a good team. Then the Rams, Carolina. So they still have they have more of a 50-50 type schedule towards the end of the season.
But the thing about it is, do you think the Seahawks are a Super Bowl contending team? Would you put them in the conversation of are they a team that could actually contend and be in the Super Bowl? And then that's the question.
I'm going to say no, because I still have to see how they're going to do against the Rams in those two games. And then I still want to see what they do against what they're going to do at Carolina. That's not going to be an easy game. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
And then at 49ers still is going to be tough. It's always going to be tough no matter if they're a good team or a bad team. So I'm not ready to say Super Bowl contender. I'm always the wrong guy to ask when it comes to Super Bowl contending teams.
Yeah. Oh, I think for sure they're a playoff caliber team. They have the talent to be in the playoffs. And
they have shown that. That is correct, but also we've also seen the Geno Smith teams where they got off to really good starts, and they had that little bit of a stretch of difficulties. So that's why I'm still not ready to declare them as even a playoff contender. They look good so far, I can tell you that. Defense really stepped up today, but I'm not in that position. You never want to say it's Super Bowl contender or it's their year. You want to take this as one game at a time.
But what I'm saying is I think they're a playoff caliber team this year because one of the factors, Sam Darnold has less turnovers and makes less mistakes than Geno Smith.
Geno Smith made all the mistakes.
Yeah, so think about that. That's at least a game or two bump. Do you think if you consider that a game or two bump, then we're at least 11-win team. We're a 10 to 11-win team no matter what, which means we should make playoffs. So I'm assuming if that's the case, he makes less mistakes, we're 11-win team. We're in playoffs. So I think that's where we're at. Is we are a playoff caliber team. Now the question is how do we fare against the Rams? Because if we don't fare well against the Rams, we will not win our division.
No, that's the thing. The Rams is going to be the biggest test once they get to them. So that's why no matter how exciting the start is, you still don't want to necessarily underestimate the rest of the season just because they're off to a 6-2 start. Or granted, some of their wins were against the not so good teams, but it is a good start. Yeah. Of course, you want to focus before you even get to the Rams. You want to focus on Arizona first, but Kyler Murray has given the Seahawks problems, and the fact that the Seahawks play at home will also be a problem. So it is still a long ways to go for the Seahawks, but I mean, I think it's safe to say that they have exceeded everyone's expectations thus far.
Yeah. Well, the other thing I think with the Seahawks, and I noticed this, is that would you almost not want to win your division this year because you'd be better being as a road team the whole playoffs?
Almost.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Think.
You think would you rather be the 5 seed than come in there and be like a 3 seed and have to play your first game at home?
I know that's a crazy debate, right? But here's the thing. I know I'm someone that always says you tank for the number one pick, tank for the number one pick out of pure ignorance, but deep down you still want that home field advantage because you just never know.
Yeah, like it'd be nice to play with your fans and stuff like that. And yes, we're 50-50 at home this year right now. So we're not horrible at home. We win half our games. So you can't really say, oh, we should tank. We have one more road game. So it's like logically we would do better on the road, but you can't say that it's more of a coin flip. But the 2 games we lost by like a couple of mistakes here and there towards the end of the game. There's some mistakes that built and we lost by like 1 score. So it wasn't like we were blown out. So it's like, were we really horrible? No. So does it really matter? Not necessarily, but some people were saying, well, we don't play as good at home, especially under Mike Macdonald. So it's an interesting conversation, but I think overall what we saw from the Seahawks was a dominating win, one of their first dominating wins besides the other dominating win they had this year, which was against the New Orleans Saints. And I would have to say that potentially Washington is a better team than New Orleans Saints, but that's not saying much this year, you know? But
yeah.
But I think that's where we're at right now is that most of our games, even the games we've won like some of our games we only won by 1 score. So it's like, can you really say we've been dominant? Yeah, like I think our best win is against Pittsburgh because we won that game 31-17. That was true domination against a good team.
That's
true.
know?
So you like you said, if you consider Pittsburgh a quality opponent and a quality team, then hey, you can't put the Seahawks. Like I would, like me, I'd put the Seahawks, even though I'm a big Seahawks fan, I have a bias. I would put Seahawks in one of the top 10 teams this season.
Well, yeah, I mean, with the start that they're having, I mean, you have to. But going forward, like the running game is going to have to be something that Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet are going to have to step up, especially when it gets colder into the season. And
that's true.
And defense will obviously have to be at their absolute best.
Mm-hmm.
And they have shown some of their weaknesses, granted that they have been quite an injured team. But we're going to have to see how they do against the Arizona Cardinals, which, by the way, I do plan to be there next week for that game.
Yeah.
And we are actually going to close this show. And Epic Sea Films, do you got anything of closing statements to say?
Yes. Have fun, live life, and, don't smoke, don't drink, and remember, go Seahawks.
Go Hawks. And everyone have a good evening.
Yes.